right, take us
I'll
in
do
someone.
the intro.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while. Hello and welcome to the official podcast, the show where the four of us sit down and have a real adult-like chat. Very mature topics, things you would see on the news, only discussion for real grown-ups, men and women, no babies. No young kids talk. We have, of course, Charlie, Kaya, Jackson, myself, Andrew, and now we're going to talk about something mildly interesting. Let's start.
Yeah. So you made a very interesting point. We don't like babies on here, but we do like baby writing, so I kind of wanted to dive right into Nutty Noodle Man, if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I've been very anxious to start reading this. This is the Nutty Noodle Man Adventures versus the Army of Armadillos. This one has some real meat to it. So this is...
Charlie, before you start, do you want to just give, because some people could just be starting this podcast for the very first time from this episode, do you want to give a brief overview of what this is so that you don't scare people off by bringing out your fan fiction immediately?
Yeah,
Deep lore.
Nutty Noodle Man is a book series I've been working on for a few years. It started when I was a kid, and well, we'll see where it goes.
It's like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but
It's better by now, actually.
Yeah, a lot more noodles, I'd argue. So I'm trying to find chapters 3 and 4 real quick because it's kind of split up.
Kaya, can you turn the music down a little bit?
Sure thing.
Thank you.
Because the problem is I didn't organize this right, so like here I have an entire page that I don't know where it fits because it just talks about someone named Cornelia or whatever. I'll just read.
You came shooting out the gates, and this is now embarrassing. You don't even have your stuff together.
Well, I did. I have.
He just needs to hire an editor. That's it.
Yeah.
No, you just need a stapler.
Which an editor might have.
Yes. Chapter 1. Nutty Noodle is a regular noodle living in Noodle Land. Nutty is a very unusual noodle. He is a little devil and a piece of crap and has two friends named Appendix and Bird Brain. He is a retard. Jesus Christ.
Whoa!
Jesus!
Oh my God!
What'd your teacher think of that?
Charlie disclosing himself.
It was a
really
different
didn't
time
like
back
this guy.
then.
Did you get sent to the naughty
Christ.
corner for bad words?
I don't know. This is aggressive.
That's a slur
from
these
6-year-old
days.
Charlie.
That's a slur.
me.
Nutty Noodle Man is a fucking retard.
Whoa, Jesus, Jackson.
You're gonna upset all the
Oh, that's
retards who
your
think
words,
it's a
not
slur.
mine.
No, it's Bird Brain, which is why I assume that's why that's his name. Appendix came from eBay. We don't know where Bird Brain came from.
eBay.
The Tortorees and FBI are still trying to figure out this mystery. That's the end of chapter 1. Nutty says...
It
chapter
sounds
one
like you
is
just created that chapter just for the retard.
Well, that's the preamble. That introduces you to the characters. It tells you what's going to happen.
All I
Charlie,
learned
that's
about that
not
was
a-
he's got two friends and he's retarded in Charlie's mind.
That's not a chapter. That's a tweet. It's just, hey, you're retarded. You're just hating on fan fiction.
It was a different time. The next parts are actually handwritten. Nutty's handwritten.
Oh.
Nutty said, "Why don't we get off this topic and stop?" What?
Well, they got off the topic. It worked. It's no longer there at all.
I feel like I'm a little out of order, but we'll continue as is. Why don't we get off this topic and stop the armadillo's plan? The agents, Bird Brain and Appendix, were already way past what Nutty said. Nutty didn't know they were past that until we heard footsteps.
That was such a riddle.
You can't wrap your head around the complexities of Noodle Land and their ways, I guess. No, they were not past that. He didn't know they were already past that. because he had
Dr. Seuss shit.
Because he had his eyes closed, like a little show off. It took a while to catch up because I had already took out 20 guards. He was aggravated because he likes action and fighting. Then they all got to take out 40 more guards. Well, that's nice. They took them out by using Mager Monkey Man Shields. Pretty cool. Those shoot more than 4 feet. That's a lot in Noodle Land, you know. That's why it was useful in battle.
think 4 feet is a lot?
Yeah.
What's this?
Noodleland.
Was
I'd
this
always been
a
a short kid.
self-defensive writing when you were little and you were still 4 feet tall? You were like, this is a lot in
Probably.
Noodle Land.
That's kind of what I was thinking, yeah. The armadillo was really the only one who knocked out Nutty. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, who's the armadillo now? Is he retarded?
I don't know. For some reason, I do think I'm missing some like crucial lore pieces here. The armadillo was really the only one who knocked out Nutty. Didn't get knocked out for too long, just a few weeks. When Nutty got up, he was furious at Appendix. He started yelling, calling him names like crap face, turd bucket, and said, "Appendix, you're so stupid. You walked into an ant leak store and said, 'What's new?'" Finally, Nutty stopped saying all of that stuff.
Oh, an antique store.
No. Andrew, it's written ant leak. Please stop.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Appendix was still furious, and Nutty's smoke came out of his ears and fire came out of his mouth. Appendix finally cooled down because Nutty threw bucket water and put out the fire in him. Now they were going into Armadillo Lair.
Did you name this guy Appendix because you thought appendix was just a cool word?
Probably.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you.
How old
I
were
have
you?
no idea. I
Again?
don't know. A couple weeks back. I don't know. I was young.
I feel like this is like a regression. Your grammar was better the past few weeks. This is getting really bad. It's like fucking Joe Biden wrote this. Hardly coherent.
Well, if it's any consolation, I did find chapter 2, so I think this goes somewhere in between, and then chapter 3 is, again, an enigma where this goes. Honestly, it's anyone's guess where any of these pieces fit into this puzzle. So, I don't know.
Are we doing chapter 2 next week or now? Do you need to
It doesn't
organize it
matter
first?
to me.
Well, it's up
I
to
don't
you.
think there's any. I don't think there's any salvaging this. You could get the world's best scholars together, and they couldn't figure out what goes where with this compendium of Nutty Noodle Man.
Someone in the
Yeah, I'll leave
future is
it up
going
to
to
you
study
boys.
this like, I have deciphered the hieroglyphs. He was retarded. This was their word.
mean when he says ant leak?
Crap bucket, huh? Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Jeez.
the mouth of a sailor.
We're always out
Nutty
of date,
Noodle
you know.
Man ain't for kids.
When
We
was Nutty
warned you.
Noodle ever in date?
Well, this is coming to Netflix soon enough, at least. I'm trying to find ways around it, but man, it's still a virus-related topic. But you guys remember last week, or the week before, we hung up and literally 2 seconds later, we found out that Harvey Weinstein has the virus? Like, immediately
I-
afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just-
genuinely don't remember that.
I'm just
don't
now
either.
finding that out.
Huh.
No, he's got the virus.
What the fuck? You put that in our chat, Jackson.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh
What do
wait.
you not remember? Are you
Are you
guys
sure?
like discombobulated and sleepy the whole time? Yeah, we talked about Harvey Weinstein, we hung up, and 5 minutes later, I shit you not, you put it in our chat, oh hey, by the way, apparently he has the virus now. He caught it in prison, or in the hospital where he's staying, I suppose.
Jackson has the world's worst memory.
I really do.
Clearly.
Oh wow, I did. To be fair though, that was over 20 days ago. That wasn't just recently. It was almost a month ago.
Well, 3
It was
weeks, then
20th of
fine.
March.
Okay. Well, he has it apparently, and since we haven't heard of him dying, I assume that since the 20th, he must be cured now. It's kind of a bummer.
Well,
Yeah,
you
how
know,
does Harvey Weinstein survive? He's like the most. He looks like the most unhealthy dude, and he's already got heart complications and full of
It's all that
stress and
fresh,
shit.
raw pussy he got in Hollywood that keeps him strong.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
probably.
vampire.
Yeah.
Probably molested the virus away. God, he's such a piece of shit. I'm glad he's in prison, but I was kind of rooting for the virus there. And we are always out of date. That kind of pisses me off. You know, we record and then however late the podcast gets released. So much happens in between. It's, for the curious, it's the 12th of April right now. So happy Easter to everyone listening live.
Oh yeah, it is Easter.
He is risen. Oh, fuck me. I was gonna call Kenneth.
Oh, Kenneth Copeland, right? Yeah.
Yeah, shit. Okay, oh well.
What does he do for Easter? Does he have like a big live stream where he dresses up as the Easter Bunny or anything like that?
Probably just begs for more money. I mean, I can check real quick.
I'd be interested in knowing if he's gonna pray so that we get more Easter chocolate.
Can we call him live on air? Is that a thing?
If you give me like 5 minutes to set it up.
We don't
so
have
you guys would have
He's
to.
halfway through his live show and he just pulls
5
out his
minutes.
flip phone to answer us.
Yeah.
We should have like an official line. You know how like the president's got the red line or something where like Russia can call him directly or whatever? We've got the official line to like the world's top celebrities. It's a phone they have to pick up whenever we call it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, they'll really want to talk to us.
They know what's good for them.
Fuck.
Well, they do have a live stream going right now, but I think it's pre-recorded.
I'm actually surprised
Did you,
he's not just keeping the church open, to be entirely honest with you.
Yeah.
He might not
I mean,
be
that's
allowed to. Like, even when he wants to, the police in his jurisdiction might be telling him he's legally not allowed to.
Yeah, that's possible.
Okay, hang on.
You
Let
think
me
the
just...
church cares about laws?
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, God extends beyond the law.
Agreed. Hey, can someone in the chat please pull his phone number for me? Also, let's see if this works. Do you guys
And
hear
send
this?
his home address too.
Yeah, we hear that.
Okay. No, I don't want his home address. I do have a worldwide Skype subscription though, so I should be able to just call him if somebody gives me his number.
Are you recording the call?
Yeah.
Here,
We put it in the
I'll
chat
get it
last
for you
time.
real quick.
Okay. It should also be in the archive here. Please hold. We can cut this setup part out.
So again, for the people at home, Kenneth Copeland is the crazy. He's Christian, isn't he? I assume so. He's the Christian evangelist. Well, he
you really
could have been Buddhist or
generalized there.
something. He's a TV evangelist who prays away quite viciously the flu on live TV.
Using
Yeah,
the
he
winds
was-
of God.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the one who was arguing to be able to continue using private jets, using the church's money.
Yeah, do
Where's
you
that
want
phone
to?
number?
Well,
Yeah.
I have it right here, but I don't know. Do you want to submit a prayer? I don't know. This lets you talk to Kenneth Copeland directly.
Yeah. Are you looking at Kenneth
What if
Copeland
you-
Ministries? That number?
Yeah, KCM.
What if your prayer is to talk to Kenneth Copeland and he has to pick up?
I mean, that's it right there. If you want that.
Okay. Hang on, let me also maybe set it up so... No, actually, I can't do that. Damn it. Yeah, I should have done this before the show. Whatever. He'll only be able to hear me. Or his answering
fine.
machine,
We can
rather.
ask questions through you if we want to
Yeah.
ask him something.
Okay. Can
Much
I case
how like
numbers?
God speaks to him, we'll be speaking to you.
Yeah,
So
we'll be speaking
speak to Kenneth through you.
We'll be speaking through you to him, yeah.
For English, press 1.
Is that Kenneth Copeland's voice?
Español, presione. Hello, this is Kenneth
Oh my
Copeland.
God!
We really do appreciate your call today, and Gloria and I, along with our KCM staff, love you.
Oh.
We're praying for you, and the blessings of God are
Amen.
for
I
you.
feel it.
You have reached the case.
Boys, I'm getting a tingle.
If you need customer service, please hang up and call 800-600-7395. Please listen closely because our menu
For
options
God,
have
press
changed.
1.
For today's free broadcast offer, press 1. For recorded prayers by Kenneth and Gloria,
Wait, I'm not hearing
press
him.
2.
Damn it, you
To
guys.
reach the prayer minister, press 3.
I think for Kenneth and his
Press
wife,
star.
press 2.
Okay, 1, 2, or
shit.
3 chats. What?
To repeat the
He
main
sounds
menu,
angry.
press the
Shut
star.
the fuck up. He's explaining how to repeat the
God
menu.
loves you. We love you. And Jesus is Lord.
Whatever, I'm hitting 2.
You have reached the case.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 2.
For finances, press
That sounds like him, all right.
Healing,
Help and healing.
2. For the blessing, press
In the name of the
Whoa.
Lord Jesus Christ, I command you to be healed from the top
Oh,
of your
thank you.
head to the soles of
That
your
was
feet.
easy.
I command your hearts to be healed, your lungs to be healed, your kidneys
Mhm.
to be healed, your bones to be healed, your eyes, your ears,
There you
your
go, Andrew.
stomach, every
I feel great.
infirmity and every weakness in your body. Jesus bore it, and I speak healing to you. Be made whole in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Now you say, Lord, I
How much does this
receive
cost?
my healing. You release
Lord,
your
I
faith
receive my
and
healing.
stand
$9
for
a
it.
minute.
Hallelujah.
If this prayer has met your need today,
Are you satisfied with this prayer? Please answer the survey.
There's a
To return to the
customer
prayer menu, press the
satisfaction
star key.
survey.
To return to the prayer menu, press the star key.
In the name of the Lord Jesus
Oh, this is the
Christ, I
same. No,
command you to
cancel.
be healed.
It's the same
Whoa.
thing.
Of your
To return to the prayer menu, press
Star.
the star key.
How do we
In the
talk to an
name of the
actual
Lord
Oh,
person?
jeez, please.
For finances, press 1.
Yeah, go to
For health and
finances.
healing,
That's where the
press
real people
2.
will be.
For the blessing, press 3. For forgiveness, press 4. For freedom from fear, press 5. For partners, press 6. For salvation, press
Oh, that
7.
sounds good.
For God's master plan for you and your family,
Oh,
press
he's master
8.
plan.
For strength, press
For what,
9.
press 9?
What if he had more than 9 options? What would he do?
Father, I pray for every family today.
What did you
Lord,
hit?
we all agree. Now, you agree with me. We all agree for every
master plan.
family to be complete. I mean by that, every member of that family born again, spirit-filled, turned on to you.
Whoa,
We
it's
thank
getting
you for the
sexual.
master plan for every father, mother, and child today, that they would know
Go to
exactly
finances. You'll
what
talk
your
to Kenneth
plan
Copeland
is for
Yeah,
their
directly.
that's what I was
and
gonna
walk
say.
in it. We
Finances
wanna
is the
know.
only
Just tell
place
the
that could
Lord,
possibly be a real person.
See if there's an
Which is
option to
that?
like donate to his church over the
One.
phone.
your plan to me.
1.
For finances, press 1.
Let's pray over everybody's finances.
Oh,
All
That's
of
lame.
us,
I don't want everyone's
everybody.
finances
I'm trying to
go
give
up.
money
Just
to Kenneth
mine.
Copeland.
And release
Who's this?
the blessing. Because when the blessing's concerned, it doesn't matter if there's famine.
This isn't
in
even
the
a
land,
prayer.
If there's problems.
Just
what,
rambling.
this, that.
They recorded part of their sermon and just put it in there.
That's what it's agree with one another for the blessing, not just a blessing.
Can you take
but
us
where
back
do
to
we
the?
go to give them money?
Yeah, can you take us
What?
back to the main menu?
Let me see. Let me hit star a bunch of times.
You'll probably have to call them again.
For finances,
Yeah, go
press
back to
1.
the
Okay.
main menu.
Finances, press 1.
No, these are all
Um,
prayers.
Yeah, we want to
Yeah,
talk to an
but-
actual person.
But
Well, I don't want to talk to an actual person. I want to talk to Kenneth Copeland, an angel.
Who is an actual
What we might
person.
do,
Oh, yeah.
what we might have to do, is you talk to the operator of that line and ask how we speak to Copeland.
I have too much money. I want to help.
Yeah.
okay, no, listen.
Hello, this is Kenneth
Yes.
Copeland. We really do appreciate your call today, and Gloria and I, along with our KCM staff, love you. We're praying for you, and the blessings of God are for you.
Me?
You have reached the
Mhm.
KCM prayer line. If you need customer service, please hang up and call 800-600-7395.
7395. Is that what he said?
Because our menu options.
Yeah, that's for customer service.
Today's
Though.
free broadcast.
Think
yeah,
Kenneth Copeland's
that's
going to
what
be
we're
in the
calling.
fucking IT department helping?
I.
He will
I-
be.
If not, I want them to tell me.
Call-
Let's say we're trying to make a donation of like $1 million to the church or something. Then Kenneth will hop on.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
that.
he'll come on panting and sweating. Did you say 1 million? Hello.
Alright.
What we need to do though is at the very least complain to customer support that Kenneth Copeland isn't on his own fucking hotline.
Complain that the prayer's not working.
English?
I still have too much money. I want to help.
Hello, this is
It's the
Kenneth
same
Copeland.
fucking.
We really do
The fuck?
appreciate your
It's the
call
same
today,
phone
and
number.
Gloria and I, along with our KCM staff, love you.
No, this is a
We're
different
praying
number.
for
But this one,
and the
this one's
blessings of
not.
God
This one's not
are
toll
for
free or something. You're actually paying more now.
For today's free broadcast offer, press 1. For orders and contributions,
Contributions.
That's two.
for all other service-related
Okay.
Two.
items, press 3.
Or three might get us to a real person as well there.
Thank you. Hold on. Someone will be right with you.
Yes.
I hope it's Kenneth.
Alright, I guess they're closed today. It's Sunday. Why are they closed on a Sunday? They just
Kenneth's
hung out.
own
God's day.
The only phone in all of Kenneth's house is busy right now.
Okay, I guess we're not getting to Kenneth today. They just fucking hung up in
No,
my
call,
face.
call that number one more time and try 3. While while we do an ad. Which ad?
Well, we can't do it while
Caliper.
he's on the call.
CBD.
It's Caliper, but we gotta wait.
I'll do the ad to him. I don't care.
Yeah, that's the point of the call. Recite the ad to him.
Hello, this is Kenneth Copeland.
It's not a bad idea.
Appreciate your call today. And
For today's free broadcast offer, press
Just
1.
go ahead and press 3.
For orders and contributions,
thank you. Hold on. Someone will be ready.
Hold on.
Thank you for calling Kenneth Copeland Ministries. You have reached our customer service group, and we are currently closed.
No.
You may go to
The Lord doesn't sleep, Kenneth.
www.kcm.org.
Ah,
Yeah,
really?
why did you just get God on the
Thanks again
hotline?
for calling, and remember, Jesus is
They're
Lord.
closed on a Sunday morning? Unbelievable, Kenneth.
On
How
Easter
embarrassing.
Sunday. That's like the day they should be double open.
Yeah.
You should have
I'm
extra
take-
staff on call.
Really?
I'm taking my donations to Jim Baker's church.
Well,
He's
I'm
not
going to
getting
take some
my
of my
$1 million.
donations. Well, I'm going to take some of my donations to Caliper CBD because I think purchasing their products is a good idea.
And
That's
they actually
right.
care about us.
That's right. What's great about CBD is that it helps you feel better without making drastic changes to your routine. Personally, boys, last night I had some pizza. This is a real true story. And about an hour after I
Riveting.
had that pizza, I know it's hard to
I
believe.
didn't believe it.
Impossible, even. This could never happen. But I had some pizza, and about an hour afterwards, my tummy was all sorts of fucked up. I was in bad poopy places and sore, upset tummy, and I felt hot and warm, and I still feel pretty shitty today. But let me tell you something. I popped some CBD, and I genuinely felt a lot better. My stomach pains went away, and I wasn't, like, shaky and irpy. And I really like CBD when I'm just not feeling great. Caliber CBD gives you CBD that isn't a disgusting greasy oil. It's a powder that is completely tasteless that you can mix into food or drink. No weird tastes, no oily residue, no strange mouthfeels. Precisely 20 milligrams of CBD in each packet, so you can never question how much of a dose you're getting whenever you decide to take it. So,
Yes.
your body is mostly water. Oil and water don't mix. CBD oil is no different. It's been clinically proven that you absorb 450% more CBD with CBD powder compared to regular tinctures. And if you want to try your CBD in a convenient little packet that you can dump in whatever meal you want, you can get 20% off your first order when you use promo code OFFICIAL at tricaliper.com/official. Tricaliber CBD risk-free for 30 days. If you don't love it, they'll give you a full refund. That's Tricaliper, CALIPER.com/official, and also add in the promo code at checkout official for 20% off your first order. I recommend CBD for when you're not feeling so great. Boys, do you have any experience with CBD?
Yeah, I've used it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes me sleep easier. That's nice. I don't know, my sleep has been pretty terrible usually this year, but it's helped a bit, for sure.
Caliper CBD. So were we going back to the church thing, or are we moving on?
I think
Well,
we can
I
move
mean,
on. Kenneth
I
Copeland's
am
not
kind of...
home.
Yeah, he's not home. Well, I guess he is home on on an Easter Sunday morning. The balls on that man to just have a fucking hotline that plays pre-recorded horse shit for God knows how much money, by the way.
That's a pretty amazing scam to have literally pre-recorded prayers and people pay for it. That's kind of amazing.
Wait. Did you just pay for that, Kyle?
No, I have a Skype subscription, so...
Is it a 1-800 number?
Ordinary
Yeah.
people would have to pay for it then.
Yeah, they would.
Yeah, I think, the average granny who doesn't even know what Skype is, she probably would have just lost like $90 there listening to a pre-recorded message about blessing your wallet or whatever it was.
That's
they were
pretty
saying.
fucking despicable, man. I mean, I understand if you're big in religion and you think that you're helping people and providing a service, or you bless them individually or help, and that's fine. But to just have pre-recorded messages that people pay to listen to, that's despicable.
Yeah, well,
God.
for some people, that's what they want.
That's
I
true.
wish I knew how to set one up. I mean, in all honesty, though, if you could take advantage of this but do it to people who, I don't know, like anti-vaxxers, would you not take advantage of it? Have a hotline where they can call and have their kids blessed with essential oils or whatever they believe in. At least make some money off of
Dumping
them.
oil all over the phone.
Some of
I
them.
always think, yeah, that's a good question for you guys. What do you think, if you applied your skills, would be something you'd be good at that's pretty unscrupulous? So I think similar to your vein, Kai, I think if I wanted to run a tech support scam, I really, really easily could.
Tech support?
Just call up old people. So where you cold call old people and you're like, "Hi, this is Microsoft. Your computer's fucked up," and then you get access to it and steal their bank information.
Yeah, that's
so fucked up.
It is. It's really fucked up.
That would work too. It would.
Yeah.
Old people, they don't know
I mean,
what the hell they're
it
doing.
works on a daily basis.
Yeah, constantly.
Yeah.
The proof is there.
Yeah, the proof of concept is there. Yeah, you can see that it happens.
You know what's
We
kind
need
of
to start
unscrupulous
defending these people.
and cool though is the UFC is now basically turning into Mortal Kombat. They're looking into, I don't know if you guys have heard this, they're looking into buying a private island to hold weekly fights.
Really?
During the Corona
Really?
crisis, yeah.
That's
They just
awesome.
they want to isolate a bunch of people on an island and just let them go to fucking town away from, I don't know if they're gonna be bound by any laws on this.
Yeah, but wait a second. Just the fact, it doesn't matter if they're isolated on an island. If one of them has coronavirus, then it's just going to spread there anyway.
It says...
Wow.
Oh, so apparently UFC 249 was set to happen next week, but Dana White says he's getting a private island so he can run fights every week, including with international fighters who currently cannot enter the US because of travel restrictions.
So for those of you who at home who don't know who that is, Dana White is the current president of UFC. And Kai, I think you left out the best quote. They interviewed him on if he was serious, and he said, "Fight Island is real. It's a real thing, and it's really going to happen."
Pretty cool name.
Fight Island is a great name.
That sounds like a fucking
is.
shitty anime.
At that point, why not go the whole 9 yards though and just actually turn it into Mortal Kombat?
That's exactly what I was
have
thinking.
the opponents kill each other and
Yeah,
rip their
like-
hearts out.
Take death row inmates, offer them like time off their sentence, just like an anime villain.
Well, they're just letting them out now anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's true.
Yeah, they are
Why
just,
should they fight?
Yeah, that's true.
They're opening up the gates to them to escape and rape and pillage the fucking citizens anyway. Why should they fight on an island? This is the lamest future. We don't even get death race. It's just a bunch of criminals on the streets.
Do you think there
Lame.
were any criminals on death row, like they're strapped to the chair and the executioner is about to flip the switch, and then the call came through to let him out because coronavirus has hit?
yeah.
Imagine how lucky he felt. He must have felt personally blessed by Kenneth Copeland at that point.
What's his face? Pharma bro Martin Shkreli. I don't know if you guys remember him at all. He's
yeah.
very fallen
The
into
guy-
obscurity ever since.
Hang on, give a quick refresher. He was the guy I think that hoarded prescription stuff or had a patent. What was that?
Well, he jacked up the price and he fucked over a bunch of Wall Street people, which is the only reason
Yeah,
he got
that
in
was it.
trouble. He messed with he fucked over his citizens, but when he messed with Wall Street people, they got him and they put him in prison. So he's apparently been begging to be let out, and he promised that if they let him out, he will cure the coronavirus. Sad measures. Wait,
But he's just a businessman. He's not a scientist or anything, right?
nope. Not even close.
But well, he can negotiate the cure.
Yeah,
He could
but
negotiate his way out of prison.
better than everyone else who's out right now. Like Bill Gates is trying, as far as I know. I don't know I don't know how it is in America, but right now on Amazon too is they only ship essential items, what they call, or rather they give priority to it. Do you guys have that?
Yes, it's priority. So if you order essential home items, they ship usually around the same time. But if you order like regular stuff, it takes like a week now, even if you have Prime.
Except if you order an Amazon product like a Kindle, and at which point you get it the next day immediately, because apparently
Within
their own
hours.
products are essential. I like that little detail. So shout out to my boy Jeff Bezos, the fucking cheating piece of shit. Yeah, so how much would you guys have to get paid to fight someone to the death?
To the death, knowing
Yeah.
that there's a strong possibility that possibility that I could be the one to die.
Well,
So Mortal Kombat doesn't mandate one of the people die? Or
Well,
is
they're
that
given
just
the
optional?
opportunity. So
Yeah.
in Mortal Kombat, once someone is defeated, they're given the opportunity to kill their opponent. They don't have to, but usually the aim of most fighters is to kill their opponent. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, how much?
For me personally, it would depend on the opponent. I'd want to have like a scouting report going in, and I'd pick and choose which ones I feel pretty confident I'd win. Like if it was a group of middle schoolers, I'd be pretty optimistic about my odds, so I wouldn't charge as much.
Let's just show up there like, can we fight women and children?
I brought my own opponent, and it's a kid with leukemia in a bed.
You just unplug the lights.
Just a morbidly obese woman. No, okay, let's say you are equally matched, however that may look. Let's say we have some super futuristic computer algorithm that calculated you to be the best match with this person. You both have equal odds.
Oh, I thought you meant like a dark clone version of Charlie, like Charlie v. Charlie.
Yeah, sure, why not? Whatever. So you have no advantage or disadvantage inherently. How much would it? This goes for all of you, not just Charlie. Like, how much?
I don't know. That'd have to be a lot, because then it's tough.
There's still the risk that you're gonna die.
So
regardless.
is every circumstance right as well? Like in this scenario, am I currently starving for money where I really need it? Because that
it's just you right now. It's just you right now.
Oh, because I mean, right now I don't think I'd do it at all. I don't want to kill anybody.
That's what they all say before they enter Fight Island.
That's true. Fight Island changes a man.
You're not like, I don't want to die. It's I don't want to kill anyone.
Oh, you thought I was worried about dying. That's interesting.
I don't want to unleash all my power.
Hey man. Normally I get my ass kicked, but for $1 million, you don't know what sort of animal I could be.
Yeah, you'd have to. So, I mean, we always joke about bringing back gladiator fights and such, but you would have to have some system. You'd actually have to have a lot of rules and regulations to weed out the desperate people. So, or the scammers, you don't want somebody just coming in who has cancer, who knows he's gonna die next week anyway, joining the fight so he can get his, family some money, that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you even get rid of those people before you get the fit people in there? What you really want is the Floyd Mayweathers of this world fighting, not, loser bums who have nothing to lose. That wouldn't be fun. And I think they would have to be offered a lot of money.
That's the problem. If you're only picking like death row inmates, your selection is pretty limited. Not every death row inmate's going to be like a super jacked super criminal,
Well, why not? I would assume they're all killers.
Not everyone on death row is a killer.
What else? Wait, what else can you go to death row for?
Rape, big
Being
scams,
a super pedophile.
Yeah, big.
No, you can't be put
really?
You can't be put to death for money stuff. It's got to be like actual.
I
think you can, right? Isn't Bernie Madoff on death row?
No,
that does not sound correct.
Yeah, not at all. Let's see.
I thought you could. I thought they put him to death row.
No, he died of lung cancer while in jail. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm reading someone else. Sorry, never mind. I skimmed the wiki. Why would they do that?
He was found without his head in one of the cells.
I was skimming Bernie's Wikipedia article, and they talk about some other guy dying in jail of lung cancer in the middle of it.
He's like burnt to a crisp in the electric chair. Looks like lung cancer.
It says, apparently he died from kidney failure.
No, he's still alive.
Is he?
He's still going.
No. What the fuck? Yeah, you're right.
He got compassionate release for kidney failure. He's
in the hospital.
I don't know if it's gone through yet, but yeah, he might be in the hospital.
He's released into a grave.
They put him in a nice coffin.
Release his corpse from jail compassionately. Imagine if your dead body still had to commit to your sentence. Like you serve 3 years and you die, but then your body serves the rest of a 15-year sentence. Just corpse in a fucking room. That'd be pretty metal.
That would be pretty hardcore.
I cannot find the goddamn sentencing. It says like 7 years or something. Anyway, it's not a death sentence, and no, I don't.
What did he do?
Yeah.
What did this Bernie Madoff dude
Jesus,
do?
you ask this every fucking time I bring up this
Yeah.
guy. We already talked
Your
about
memory
it. He
is
scammed billions
holy.
of dollars.
Yeah, I know. But what? He's what? He stole billions of dollars.
Yes. He
Okay.
ran the biggest scam in history. Biggest Ponzi scheme.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, I remember now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So no, I think death penalty, you get it for rape and murder and such, which is fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's got to be really heinous crime. Stealing money is not going to. Yeah.
What was I going
Well,
with this? Oh yeah, so
you were
how much
going
money?
to talk about ExpressVPN.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Okay, who wants to talk about it? I know
Don't
I
you?
do. Of course, I
Yeah.
always want to talk about ExpressVPN, man. I'm on my VPN right now. You always should be on your VPN, especially now during virus season where everyone is locked up at home. You're watching Netflix. Unlock all of the regions. So, by the way, if you think the economy is getting hit hard, you're right. But you know who's not getting hit hard right now? Who's actually making lots of money, for whom it is a massive gold rush, is companies that data mine you. Companies that actually sell your data, like social media sites, all of that sort of stuff. Keep your privacy, man. Don't just hand it over that easily. Don't roll on your belly and just give up. Don't be such a defeatist. Get a VPN, protect yourself. And ExpressVPN will help you with that. ExpressVPN.com/official. I've sung their praises so many times at this point. I'm sure the average fan could probably recite it back to me, if anything. You know what the deal is. I mean, unlock regions. By the way, a fun fact. You know how sometimes you download a video game, but it doesn't unlock until midnight? Depending on where you are. Yeah, so I usually get to play video games 6 hours ahead of you guys, the Americans, because I live in Europe and, you know, I'm 6 hours ahead of you guys. So try that. If you have a new Switch game you want to try out before everyone else, maybe you want to stream it or something, we won't snitch on you. Get expressvpn.com/official, change your region to someplace in Europe, and then just start playing 6 hours before all of your friends.
No. The earliest spot is New Zealand. That's who gets it first. So
Okay,
you
change
swap
it there.
to New Zealand region.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Experiment, even better, yeah. So there you go. I mean, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I really don't have to.
Something we, if you want to add on something we haven't really
Oh, the
talked
deal.
much about ExpressVPN. Well, there's that, but also the fact that it's compatible with all of your devices. A lot of people don't know this.
Yes.
It's not just for your computer. You can also get it on your phone, your consoles, and your smart TVs, and pretty much everything.
You can even set it up on your router. That way, if when you're home,
Yeah.
you don't even have to set it up at all. If you have your friend over, he doesn't even have to set it up at all. He's just by default connected. If he's using your Wi-Fi router, he's now protected too. And you don't have to worry about him leaking any sort of information. And you can watch Netflix and chill together. And the deal is you get 3 extra months of ExpressVPN for free from your yearly plan if you go to expressvpn.com/official. I usually forget to mention that deal because I happily pay full price for my subscription. But get the deal. It helps you, it helps us. expressvpn.com/official. Love ExpressVPN.
It is
Good
the
ad.
best service.
What was I saying?
We're talking about Bernie Madoff and prison.
Wait, Kaya, is this Sabaton? I fucking
Yes.
love this album.
It
I know
is.
exactly what song that is. That's from, oh god, it's the one where the cover's the dude in World War II screaming.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's
The
the
Last
Crusade
Stand.
song. Fuck yeah. God, I love that. The Last Stand. I love that album so much. Anyway, sorry, I recognized it. Continue. For those of you, that's a good ad for us. For those of you listening on the regular channels and who have no idea what we're talking about, when we record this live in our Patreon Discord, Kaya often plays music in the background. So
That's
if
true.
you want to check that out, have a nice little listening broadcast experience, you can check out our
Something
Patreon.
to
and sign up
wag
for
your
that.
fingers to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pass some time. Okay, have you guys seen Animal Crossing getting banned in some stores in China? Because apparently you can make art of Xi Jinping and you can apparently drop a gigantic fucking shit on his face.
What?
Yeah, there
Like
is
the
it. There
actual
it
take a
is in the
shit?
chat.
You can shit in Animal Crossing?
No, but you can put a fossilized shit on his face. So, people so in Animal Crossing, for those who don't play it, you can collect these little items, basically, just like in Sims. And one of those items is apparently a gigantic fossilized dinosaur turd. And you can put it on Xi Jinping's face. Which
That's
got
really
the game
funny.
banned in some
Animal
regions.
Crossing now.
It's immensely funny.
I fucking love gamers, man. I mean, when they want to have fun, they have fun. You know, they get in a video game and they're just on a virtual protest. I mean, between this stuff and the good old days where people on 4chan used to shut down Habbo Hotel, and like plaster the place with swastikas.
Yeah, that's Paul's clothes, isn't it? That old man.
Yeah, due to AIDS.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why people don't like gamers, to be honest.
People pretend not to like gamers. I think that's what it is.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
What?
You guys see? I don't know if Danny can throw this up on the screen, but
No, he
there's
can't.
images of Animal Crossing posters on the wall of like Tom Nook's pussy and shit. Prolapse anus leaking cum.
Yeah.
Wait, there's cum on the actual floor as well. How'd they do that?
Jackson
is
wants to
impressed.
recreate it.
Well, yeah, wait, I thought these were just posters. There's actually cum on the floor.
I'm sure it's like a little item, like a tile texture, maybe.
Yeah, you can retexture everything in that game.
Yeah. Do you think Nintendo expected this to happen at all?
100%.
No, absolutely.
100%.
Or, well, I'm sure they're not stupid enough not to expect it. But the kudos is I don't play it a lot, but they don't censor anything. So I can go online and just send my friend a letter that's, you're an N-word retard. And it doesn't turn it into star.
Yeah, I admired that about Animal Crossing. When you're doing direct contact with your friends in the game, they don't censor it. Normally, Nintendo would absolutely censor stuff like that, but they don't. I was kind of surprised.
Have you guys seen that woman selling her nudes in Animal Crossing art?
No. That's pretty dumb. Why not just do OnlyFans?
Is it? No, so because you can't download it off of OnlyFans and put it on your walls in your Animal Crossing house. So the point was she turned photos of her ass into that pixel art you can do, that custom art in the game. So you can hang it on your wall or wear her ass as your shirt in the game. So she was selling those, which I think is pretty clever, to be honest.
Yeah, that is really clever.
It's ingenious. Holy shit.
We should do that, sell our dicks in Animal Crossing.
A wall of dicks in Animal Crossing. That's what
It's
they
about
expected.
time.
Yeah, agreed. Why is no one making our asses into Animal Crossing art?
Just be there.
Is it not good enough?
Well,
All right,
if we
you
need
get-
another topic, I've got one. Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Do you boys know of the mystical man known as G.G. Allen?
Yeah, of course I do.
No.
Oh, good. I'm glad you of all of us know about it. I watched a documentary on him last night, and I think I have a new, a new favorite human being.
Well, that's going a bit far. He would literally sexually assault people on stage at his concerts.
No,
It's
he
not
would he'd start fights with them.
No. And Andrew, he literally bent a woman over on stage and fucked her.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. The whole point
So
was that
who's
his
this
whole
guy? What does
act
he
was
do?
supposed to be. So G.G. Allen was the lead singer of a punk rock group called the Murder Junkies. And the whole entire point of his show was to be as reprehensible and horrible of a human being as he could. So nearly every concert he would strip naked, and while singing songs, he'd just be busting out lines and then punch someone in the audience in the face. And then
He
just
used to
walk
also
back
piss on the
stage.
front row.
Yeah, he would shit on the floor and then start throwing shit at people.
Yeah,
What
he'd
the
piss
fuck?
on the
Yeah.
audience.
One of
people
the
are-
best stories I saw of him is it was his birthday and his bandmate wanted to get him a gift for his birthday. So he was like, "Hey Gigi, come to my house. We'll throw you a birthday party." And Gigi explicitly said, "I'm not showing up unless you get a woman to piss or shit in my mouth." So he hired a
That's
crack
fair.
whore to come to his birthday party, and there's video footage where he just lies on the ground and she starts pissing in his mouth, and he drinks it 3 times, and then he throws up all over his own face and starts drinking it again. Oh god, it was just like my mouth was on the fucking floor watching this movie because it was a non-stop roller coaster ride of this dude doing the fucking worst things he could.
What's the movie?
The movie's called G.G. Allen and the Murder Junkies, I believe.
Okay.
It's on YouTube.
Why are you calling him G.G. Allen? His birth name is Jesus Christ Allen.
I was going to get to that. So his full birth name is Jesus Christ Allen, and his
that's
mom,
how I know him as.
His mom, as a nickname, would call him Gigi for like Jesus, like JJ Gigi. And he was called Jesus Christ Allen because his father was a horribly fucked up religious nut who would threaten to murder suicide with his mom, like literally kill the kids and then each other. And one of the ways that he threatened them was one time his mom went to their basement and he was digging holes in the floor. And she said, "Honey, what are you digging there?" And he said, "Your graves." And literally, he just dug their fucking graves in the basement of their house.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't remember any of that. I just
Resident Evil.
Yeah, I just know about his
I-
concerts and shit. He vowed to kill himself on stage, but he never got the chance.
Oh, I know why. So he vowed on Halloween of every year to take his own life on stage as like his final concert, to give his life to rock and roll. But coincidentally, every single Halloween he was in jail. So he just never was able to do it.
But you can commit suicide in jail.
Yeah, but that's
So-
not
Yeah.
on stage. That wouldn't
Yeah,
get
the
you
whole
into
point was at his
Valhalla.
concert. Yeah. So when he died, it was after he played a show. He was at a punk rock show, and after his second song, they cut the power because they thought the concert was too rowdy and shitty. He got a posse of 100 fans
Shitty.
to follow him down the street. 100 of his fans to follow him while he was butt naked, walking down the street, just breaking shit and fucking things up. And then they all went to a house party, and G.G. Allen overdosed on heroin. And everyone thought he was just asleep, so they didn't even call an ambulance for a day and a half. Then, when he was dead, they took his corpse as is because they thought they could still party with it, and threw it in a casket. So his filthy, half-naked, vomit-soaked body was just thrown into a casket, and they partied with his corpse until they lowered it in the ground. Oh my god, it was a never-ending crusade. It was just amazing shit. He did one of the world's first, I think it was TED Talks, some actual like convention now, but back when it was very first starting and it was just kind of a meeting of people in a room. And it was him talking about someone who wrote a newspaper article about him saying he's filthy and disgusting and depraved and doesn't belong in this earth, blah, blah, blah. And he just started ranting for hours going, "I'll show you who the fuck G.G. Allen is. Fuck the Boston Post. They can suck my dick." And he's like burning the page on stage and shit. And he goes, "I'm going to kill myself on Halloween. I'm going to do it." And a woman in the audience went, "Why don't you kill yourself sooner?" And immediately he walked closer to her and he said, "Because if I did that, that would make you happy, you cunt." During a fucking TED Talk. And then she went up on stage to like say it to his face because he was like, "Say that to my face." And as soon as she did, he punched her in the head.
Oh my god.
And then after he
Jesus.
did that, like 4 people rushed the stage and started beating the shit out of him.
Okay, Andrew.
I'm fascinated
Clearly
with this
you've done your
man.
research and you look up to this man. Do you think there was a soft spot inside him at all? Do you think there was like deep inside a G.G. Allen that was kind and generous and loving?
So I think that every person on a deep down level, of course, does this because they want attention and acceptance. And no matter how many times someone like that says, "Yeah, I hate everybody, fuck the world, I don't give a shit," there's some level that has to want human acceptance and has to want some people to understand what he's doing. So, yeah, I would say that there was probably a side of him that felt that, whether he showed it or not. But, oh
he
my God,
showed it.
he's
He
such
showed
a-
that he was lacking it. Holy
He was
fuck.
just such a crazy human being. He did a fucking he did a stage show, not a concert, but like a one-man performance art at I think it was the University of New York. And the show consisted of, he got up on the tiny stage in the little college auditorium and he stripped naked, and then he pulled out a banana and he shoved the banana in his ass. And then he went, there, that's the show. And then he pulled it out and started throwing it at the audience. and then he went, "I need everyone to give an article of clothing and put it on the stage. I need some people to have the courage to join me." And no one did anything and no one moved. And he went, "Come on, just one article, make one big pile right here." And no one did anything. And he went, all right, I'm going to get a little closer to these people and ask politely. And as soon as he walked off the stage to go into the audience, the entire auditorium started filing out and like trying to rush out the door.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
He's trying to strip their clothes off them.
Yeah. But oh my God. He'd literally be belting out a lyric from a punk song, and then like in between verses, like he'd be like da 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 da. But in those little gaps of him singing, he would just like kick an audience member in the chest.
People are posting pictures of his gravesite, and it looks like it's all defiled. Like people are shitting and pissing on it. People are fucking behind it.
Yeah,
Why
that's
does
what he
he,
wanted.
Jizz stains all
Why
over
does he
it.
even have a grave? Who put it up?
That's not very metal.
Yeah, what the fuck? Why not just dump him in a mass grave or in a trash compactor or something? If you're that much of a worthless subhuman.
They should have.
I do know for a fact
him.
I do know for a fact that he had an actual funeral, and his pallbearers, the people who were lowering his casket in the earth, if you looked at them, they were dressed in like kilts and their underwear and shit.
They should have just
Like, just-
pantsed
he has
his corpse. And did he?
I mean, I'm sure everyone did everything. There was a video, they were talking in the video about how his fans were just super devoted. There was one guy where just as like a haha funny prank, gave him a blowjob and took a photo of him giving a thumbs up.
Haha, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. What a prank! Just an epic prank.
Yeah, great. Epic prank, bro. Hey, dude, you just want to fuck me in my butt? It's kind of gay, I know, but, you know, I'm just saying if you want to. It'd be super gay, though. You don't have to, but if you want to, I'm okay.
Well, you got to remember, this is the guy who would literally shove things in his ass during the show. And then, and his drummer is also a real weirdo. His drummer's called like Dino. His drummer would also play naked very often, and he thought that Gigi was like a spiritual savior, and he was one of the most beautiful human beings he had ever seen. Like just his whole life was just a nonstop cascade of like, what the fuck is going on?
Andrew, now that Gigi Allen's dead, though, and the band has disbanded, what service do you think this drummer has to use?
Oh, well, that's a really good point. If you're looking for a naked drummer, maybe not even a naked drummer, maybe a regular drummer, how about somebody to play any instrument, or draw some art, or sing, or hundreds of different talents? Yeah, any of them. You might want to check out Fiverr. Charlie, why don't you talk about Fiverr?
I mean, Fiverr's, I'm pretty sure by now everyone knows what Fiverr is. You can find all kinds of people on there willing to do all kinds of things for an affordable price. You can get some really high quality work. You can find a lot of things that you're looking for through Fiverr. Like you said, if you need art, if you want music, if you want someone to write for you.
Can I request something from you, Charlie? Can you get an editor for your stuff from there? Actually,
Yes,
just for
you
no
can
shit.
absolutely.
Like, no joke. Get one, send him all of your material, and I want to see what he does with it, or if he just gives up and refunds your money.
Do you mean Nutty Noodle Man material?
Yeah.
Or what am I sending him?
Yeah, Nutty Noodle Man. Send it over. Just take a bunch of photos, send it over, and see if you can even decipher your handwriting. If he bills you extra, if he gives up.
I really feel like, I could definitely find a good editor. Yeah, for sure.
That's actually a cute idea for a Fiverr implementation. We should do that.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea at all. But yeah, I mean, Fiverr has all kinds of different services that you can find. 24/7 customer service. It's just a great service all around. So if you're interested, you go to fiverr.com, receive 10% off your order with code official. It's 10% off using code official at fiverr.com.
That's right.
Fiverr.com.
Very important. Very important. 2 R's in Fiverr. Fiverr. Code official.
Yes.
It's a great tool to find people.
Maybe you'll find a crew that can resurrect Gigi Allen so I can meet him in person.
This would be the last man on earth you'd want to meet.
Oh, not at all. I wouldn't want to get within 10 feet of him. Oh, that was another one I just remembered. His body, if you look at any photos of him, of course, is covered in tattoos. Apparently, every single one of his tattoos was just he would get blackout drunk and go to a tattoo parlor and walk out with whatever he got. So he doesn't even know what half of them are.
Do you think he felt happiness at the end, or do you think he lived in constant agony and misery?
Well,
and
I would
pain
say,
and
he
sadness?
was high as shit on heroin, Jackson.
Yeah, I'm sure he was very fulfilled, very happy. just as God intended. No, he sounds like a goddamn douchebag that even Satan wouldn't want to deal with. I don't know where the fuck he is at. He's certainly not in heaven, but I don't know if he's even in hell right now. They might just... I feel like he's the unopened mail of that Satan has to deal with. You know, the like past due mail that you don't want to open because you don't want to face reality. He's probably just still standing in queue because not even Lucifer wants to deal with this stupid douchebag pissing in people's faces and getting off on it. God, what a sad
God's
life.
up there getting golden showered by Jesus Christ.
His name's Jesus Christ too, yeah. That's a good little bonus.
Jesus Christ Allen. Because he was named that because his... Oh, yeah, that was the other part of that. He was named that because his dad thought he was going to be the next Messiah.
In a way,
Going back
he was.
to the weird religious guy.
Yeah, of depravity.
Yeah. So that's my topic for the week. The most interesting human being I've found in a long while is G.G. Allen, and I highly recommend anyone look him up.
How did you find him?
He's very popular.
Documentary.
I was talking with some people in my Discord, and they brought up G.G. Allen, and we're talking about the shit he did, and I was like, wait, this guy sounds amazing. So I watched a movie about him, and there we are. Because I had never heard of him until yesterday.
Burn out the quickest. He was only 33 when he died.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he made it that long.
The world
had the
weeps.
potential to be great, guy.
Also, oh god, his music names were amazing. Some of his discography includes
I'm Gonna Rape You.
Yeah, Brutality and Bloodshed for All. All right, I'm gonna say the title, so give me a pass on this one. Freaks, Faggots, Drunks, and Junkies was another one.
So him.
Eat My Fuck, and the word fuck is misspelled.
How do you misspell fuck?
He forgot the K at the end.
if you're an illiterate retard, Jackson, you misspell everything.
Yeah. Just everything. Oh, man. Scars on my body, scabs on my dick. Stink finger clit, Bloody Mary's bloody cunt. Like, I'm a rapist is another one. Suck off the dog.
How is he not in jail?
He went to jail like every week.
Because he's constantly in jail.
He was in jail constantly.
If he's constantly in jail, surely you just lock him away for more than like 2 weeks.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So
that's the justice system, man. He's just a constant repeat offender. There's a lot of people like that even to this day. They go to jail constantly, but just get let out.
Yeah, but I hear people going to jail for like 20 years for drug offenses.
Well,
that's the fucked up system.
Yeah. Now we're getting deep.
Yeah.
But so there's...
I don't understand.
So he's not the only one, though. There's people like this who just dedicate their entire lives to being pathetic vermin, basically. There's a thread that I like to read on Kiwi Farms about a guy called Erica Rilling Gifford or something. It's like this 70-year-old man, grandpa, who likes to live as a 3-year-old sissy in diapers, sucking baby formula mixed with his master's cum, and that's what he supposedly lives off of. So, you know, sometimes what I really want to do is torture these guys, but when I say torture, I want to do to them what they wouldn't want be done to them, like get them a nice haircut, treat them well, send them to school, tell them that they're loved and that they can be good people. That's how I want to torture them, just make good people out of them, forcibly. Just show them some love and attention.
Yeah, take that.
Yeah, I mean, do you think he'd just sit there and sweat while you're cutting his beard? And you're giving him healthy, nice food, cold glass of water instead of piss and beer and vomit and shit.
I can't speak for Eric, but I think he might appreciate it.
Yeah. Charlie,
if G.G. Allen was still alive, we should have done like one of those teen makeover shows with him and turned him into like a gentleman who treats Milady correctly.
Classy
that's
guy.
what I'm saying.
See if we could do that.
That'd be interesting.
Give him a nice makeover and then put him in front. Get rid of all of his stupid faggy tattoos too. Put him in front of a mirror. You know, where every makeover show has that moment where the person finally gets to see themselves, and he's like, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I'm too nervous," but he's happy. That would be cute if we could resurrect him and do that.
Charlie, I think I found the G.G. Allen song that you could cover. It's called "Suck My Ass, It Smells."
That's a pretty good title.
Did this man have a girlfriend or anything? Was he fulfilled emotionally?
He just fucked
romantically?
like prostitutes all the time.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat said he has a daughter.
What?
Really? I didn't know that. They didn't mention that.
God, that'd be miserable.
Would it?
God,
I mean,
fuck away
he's
from him
dead,
as a
so he
dad.
doesn't get to molest you anymore, and now you... I mean, if you're his daughter, you already start at rock bottom, right? So you can only go up.
Yeah.
Life is pretty good if you're Gigi Allen's daughter, I think. No more
Maybe he
rape.
was a good father.
No more shit-stinking father drunkenly walking around the home beating you, spitting on you,
Well, it
telling
was
you
just
to
an
piss on
affair.
him.
It's not like he was in her life. I mean, at least reading this general biography here, it's not like he was in her life to begin with. It was probably just her mom was someone that went on stage and got fucked by
A groupie.
him. Yeah.
No, but okay, so
Why the fuck would he have groupies?
the chat is saying that he was married and divorced.
Wow, I'm surprised.
I'm not. There's always if you're
yeah,
if you make music, no matter how shitty the music is, no matter how bad it is, you will always find people that connect with it and worship you.
That's true. Well, he definitely had
Yeah.
fans. We talked about that
Hey!
earlier, but it's if anyone would want to marry him.
He died on my birthday 2 years after, but June 28th.
Nice.
I might be his reincarnation, you guys just born 2 years earlier.
It's a horrifying thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is no one pissing in my mouth?
Yeah, it's not too late. We can get. We can
Maybe I'm
start.
like the.
God.
Maybe his
See, that's
his spirit is dormant in me, like the Winter Soldier. Someone just needs to take a shit in my mouth. For it to come
That's the
out.
other thing, man. That's the other thing, man. I don't think he was just doing it just out of depravity. Like everyone talked about how he actually loved it. Like when the guy was talking about how the hooker pissed in his mouth and they were showing the video, he was like, "Yeah, she pissed in his mouth and he threw up and he kept drinking and he was a happy boy and he just started smiling about it."
Yeah,
I think that
depravity.
culture and those people, yeah, they just really liked it. So maybe with training, Kaya, you can grow to love having a hooker piss in your mouth.
We can only hope.
You underestimate me. Training. I think it's like the last Airbender, like Avatar. If I just meditate a little, I can unlock his spirits and just talk to him. Great Avatar, Alan.
Kaya
What
is
should
the
I do?
piss bender.
It's like just eat the shit.
Oh,
that was a fun topic.
Andrew, yeah.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I like Gigi Allen. I mean, I don't like him, but I like him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he's an amazing
Interesting.
character to study, basically.
Well, nothing
Yeah,
to
me
study.
too.
He's just a piece of shit. It's just an interesting piece of shit.
Yeah, just a gigantic sad piece of shit.
Yeah.
Were his songs good, or was it just kind of...
No,
They were
it's
shit.
bad.
They're shit. I know you didn't notice, but I started playing one just for shits and giggles when Andrew started talking about him. I had to turn it off. I hated it.
It's really bad. Yeah,
It's-
the music is genuinely terrible.
It's the let's just smash and bang and punch all of the instruments just for the sake of it and then call it punk music genre,
Yeah.
Jackson. So it's terrible. So literally nothing about this human being has ever been worth anything. So what a
Yeah.
detriment to the planet. What just he is such a minus to our species. I mean, holy fuck, to
He
think
could-
that
I know.
he got to live to 36 and what we chemically castrated Alan Turing and made him kill himself, and this guy got to live on until he killed himself on heroin. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Sad ending to this episode.
Well, it doesn't have to be an
Well, we
ending if
can-
you have another topic.
Yeah, we can definitely change it real quick to something more positive. Jackson, what do you want to talk about?
Nothing really. Gigi Allen. I think that is a succinct, like a perfect ending, to be quite honest.
You sure?
No? Just me?
Okay. Yeah, just you.
I think it's just you, yeah. Jeez, everyone's begging to bring back the jingle, but I think I'm gonna keep teasing you guys. Keep showing a little ankle, you know.
Yeah.
I like teasing.
We don't, I agree.
Really? No one has any topics?
I mean, we can talk about some like shit in the news, but it's all coronavirus related. It always is.
Yeah. On you guys' recommendations, I started watching Tiger King. Stopped after the first episode. Couldn't take it.
You stopped? Why?
I told you
Boring.
it's not for you, man.
No, it's boring. It just
Wait, you
it's
thought it was
literally
boring?
just Making a Murderer season 3, where everyone in this show is a piece of shit, but my god, somehow people are so stupid they fall for the fucking bullshit. Did you guys see some so you know this virus is now ravaging people and there's like tens of thousands of people dying globally. And yet still somebody in the White House press briefing room thought, you know what would really help? Asking the president, asking Donald Trump to pardon Exotic Joe Exotic. That was his question from this journalist, to ask if Trump is considering pardoning Joe Exotic. Unreal.
I don't see anyone defending any of the people in the show. Like, the universal thought is that all of these people are shit stains and they should be put in jail.
I see people hating on the woman, that fat hippie looking one, Carol Baskins. Yeah. I'm sure they're all pieces of shit. They look like pieces of shit. I just felt bad for the tigers. I felt bad just for all the weird hicks, all the toothless ones, which apparently seems to be Joe Exotic's type. Is the fewer the teeth, the hotter the man, is I guess his motto, that he wants to molest and groom. I don't know, I couldn't take it.
Well, they were taken advantage of, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, they were straight out of prison or whatever, and then he recruited them to work at his zoo for like no money. Like, I think they said that it was like $150 a week or something insanely low.
Yeah,
that's how much they get paid.
They called it a haven. In the first episode, he says like, everyone who works here is some sort of a misfit. I picked them up all fresh out of prison or something. So he's a creepy, almost cult leader.
But he is a cult leader.
Yeah, the whole point of the show is that every big player in it is like a cult leader.
Well, Carol Baskin, not so much a cult leader. Like, her main thing is being, sketchy about her husband's death.
Did you not see the whole fucking volunteer? Like, they're wearing different shirts to color code their roles. That's pretty culty.
And they all volunteer there for free for years at a time.
But that's a lot of people that just want to help animals. Like, they're not there because of Carol Baskin.
Like, I think she's the least culty, but I still think there's cult elements there.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, is it more culty than your average, I don't know, PETA? I don't know what they do, but I assume wearing color codes.
PETA's absolutely a cult.
PETA's pretty culty.
Yeah. PETA's 100% a cult.
I know it's culty. I'm saying, is it really worse, or I don't know. I just feel like what Joe Exotic does, where he's paying people with dick and meth, that's kind of culty. More culty, I would say.
Giving them a place
that's my
to
favorite
stay as long
G.G.
as it's
Allen
on.
song.
With dick and meth.
Paying people with dick and meth.
That should be a shirt.
Yeah.
We should be selling novelty dollars, like dick and meth.
Yeah.
Let's think
One
about this.
nation
What
under
defines
God.
a cult then? There's someone at the top who's charismatic and controls the individuals below him. You stay on the grounds and you're not really allowed to leave because of societal or social ties.
Well, no, that's not. That
there.
doesn't have to apply to a cult at all. The people who volunteer at the Big Cat Rescue are allowed to leave whenever they want and do whatever they want.
Yeah, which is one of the reasons why I don't think that's as much of a cult.
The only real thing a cult needs to do is have an inside defined compared to the outside. So, you're either with us or you're not. Like, do you want to be part of the family? Do you want to be in the circle or not? Like, that to me is all you need for a cult.
Preying on sad, vulnerable people, having an inside dogma you cannot question, and most importantly, and they all do this, is tell their followers to cut off contact with everyone else. Ditch your family, ditch your friends. You have to disavow all of them. That's usually
recruit them.
Or recruit them. If you cannot recruit them, though, cut all contact. That seems to be the main part of them all.
I'm actually going to shit my pants. Let's wrap up.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't.
You
I
were the
didn't
one
have to. I
arguing
didn't have to
continue
shit.
the episode 10 minutes ago.
I didn't have
when
to shit
said
this. I have to shit so fucking badly right now.
Oh, no,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
you need to shit.
I actually might shit my
You should
pants.
be
All right,
happy,
thanks
Jackson.
everyone.
That's my favorite G.G. Allen song.
You called his bluff, Jackson, so now it's Charlie's fault that the episode is over.
Yeah, that's me. Oh my god, I'm actually gonna fucking GG
Well,
Allen
now I want
myself.
him to shit himself.
Yeah.
I want him to Brownie's pants.
All right,
right
everyone.
I mean, I'm
Go to-
heading out. All right.
Patreon.com/theofficialpodcast. Go to official.man.
Thanks
See you
everyone.
next
Bye bye.
week.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you everyone.
Bye.
Hey everyone, welcome back to episode.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and
this is a device show, of course, obviously. We take your questions and turn them like using the magic of the mysterious island of Tortuga into wisdom.
Like the witchcraft of Teodolma.
Here we go.
A touch of destiny. I'm just gonna say that
Thank you,
every
Charlie.
time somebody
Yeah. My girlfriend refuses to make decisions from things like what should we do, eat, watch tonight. If you're still figuring out what to watch tonight, why is it just Pirates of the Caribbean 4 on Stranger Tides P4? To things like where would you like to go on vacation, or which apartment should we lease? Tortuga. Tortuga is the spot. I get the
Tortuga's
same.
also a great apartment.
I get the same. Up to you, matey. Response. I try to counter with no, it's up to you this time, or similar. But at some point, a decision has to be made. How can I force my girlfriend to decide on things from time to time, to also indecisive in Coral Springs? Make her walk the plank. That's
Yep.
A.
Step one.
Step one. Here's an interesting idea. Here's a something that's going to kind of blow your mind. She already has told you, like as not, she has already told you where she wants to eat. But now it's a puzzle that you've got to piece together from like the past 2 days. Like you have to reassemble the clues.
So are you saying like if she mentioned like sushi the day before, you need to say sushi?
Why when she says, "Oh, whatever you want," in her head she's screaming, "Remember when I said sushi? Please remember when I said sushi."
Is it? I mean, is that really that special to her? You think? Just is it more special that he remembers that like a week ago they watched P4, and so like now
that she wants seafood,
wants Long John Silver's.
Well, I think it's broader than that. I think it's like you need to remember that she's allergic to shellfish and not take her to Red Lobster.
Mm-hmm.
Well, bitch, I don't think he's gonna take her to a place where he's gonna kill her.
Well, God, I would hope not.
That's probably implied in like the off the table choices. Like, just like I don't go to the stab restaurant anymore because I hate getting stabbed. Like,
God
it's probably
knows.
the same thing.
Oh, but their croutons are so good.
Oh, they are so good. They do that thing with the herbs. I don't know what it is. It's something in the oil, and it's delicious, and it almost makes getting shipped worth
I'll
it.
tell you what it is. It's before they serve that oil, they stab it.
Yeah,
They stab the oil. And it really opens it up.
If you do carry out, they'll just cut your inner thigh like someplace easy to hide, and not super deep or like a surface.
Which I appreciate that. But
we can't,
I think
we can't go to that restaurant anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't care how good this croutons
I go to
are.
that restaurant just to feel.
Mm-hmm. Can we go to Can we go to Shooties instead?
Shooties is good. There is a surprisingly high prices though, which for a restaurant where you get shot a lot, I don't understand that.
Can we go to Some of This Food is Poisoned?
That used to be way better, but it got out by Denny's, and now it's way too corporate. I would
got
say
all
less
that fake kitsch on the wall where it's not like it's like take my wife, please, ha ha ha.
You know,
signs and
you know how Denny's has Baconalia now?
Yeah,
that was an innovation inspired by Some of This Food is Poison.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this
Little food facts for you.
Some of this food was poisoned. The challenge there was actually the best and last episode of Man vs. Food. I miss him still. I don't know why their challenge was to eat all the poisoned food, and I don't know why he accepted it. But here we are. Also, Indecisive in Coral Springs, that is part one of the advice. Part two is just start to decide, my man. You need to.
And I would suggest this: maybe purposefully make some wrong choices until she steps up her game.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying like when she's like, "Where do you want to eat?" Just be like McDonald's every time.
Travis,
until she's like, "Maybe I'll decide tonight," and you're like, "Okay."
You know that they're our sponsor this week, right?
Oh, this is awkward.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Go. Let's just say, just take her out for
because it's delicious.
Go get some Big and Tasties and shove them in your mouth.
So, go ahead and make those choices. It may just be hard for her to decide, and that's a facet of her personality that you've got to sort of learn to incorporate. And but also listen to her, because she will probably drop hints if you pay attention. And a lot of times that's more important than what the food ends up being is sort of knowing that you were there for her.
And maybe rather than like one of you making a decision, you can provide options and be like, well, would you rather have, are you thinking like sushi, or are you thinking like maybe go to like a steakhouse or something, and then let her say, well, I'm not really feeling in the mood for sushi, and make it a discussion rather than one of you has to make the decision.
Break right up with her.
Okay, that would be a decision, certainly.
Life is too short to suffer indecisive people. Just tell me what you want, Catherine.
What you really want.
I'm 30-year-old dude in rural Kentucky, and I have a hard time meeting and maintaining relationships with women because I'm an open atheist. I'm not confrontational about my lack of belief, but I don't hide it either. Whenever a prospective lady friend asks if I will go to church with her, or just how much I love the sweet Lord baby Jesus, I have to tactfully answer in the negative. Then I get dumped. At this point, it has gotten demoralizing. I know the remedy for my love life would be more urban and educated area, but I'm unwilling to leave my family in the lurch just so I can have some female companionship. What say you, Brothers 3? Can you shed some insight on my lack of apostate lovin'? Wes.
I think you should move to a more rural area.
Yeah, why do people always eliminate the super easy options? Like, we could just knock this out of the park. Like, you need to move to where there are more people like you, like, in your situation.
Or learn to keep your mouth shut. One of those two things.
Mouth shut. Hey, how about this? When people start talking about how much they love Jesus, why don't you just go in the other room and make yourself, I don't know, whatever atheists eat. Like, make yourself that.
An empty sandwich.
Sandwich.
Now you guys are ignoring the easiest solution, which is to accept the love of sweet Jesus baby in your heart.
Jesus came on a rocket ship and landed in Kansas, these 33 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was raised by Mom Pa Kent to save us all from Krypton and from Lex Luthor. And I think we should all believe in him because he's flying up above us, waving down.
In space.
And also Green Lantern is there.
Green Lantern's hanging out with him. Who's that? Thor is hanging out and then having God talk.
Yeah.
Just chat
my
about
three
God
gods.
stuff.
My three gods are Green Lantern, Superman, and Thor.
That's my favorite TV show.
It's my
three gods. Yeah, it's a pretty good show. Wes, there are many people that I know that I've known for I don't know, almost a decade, that if you put a gun to my head, could not tell me their religious beliefs.
Yep. That's the thing. You say you're not being confrontational, and I believe that you're not, but I also believe that you're maybe being more vocal about it than you have to be.
Yeah, you just got to keep your mouth shut about it. And, like, if you get to a point
who else here hates Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Right?
That cross is a load of baloney, right? Like, what are you doing? I mean, like, just keep just don't talk about it. And that advice really, like, I kind of think that extends to everybody. Like, it's such if alcohol is a social lubricant, then religion is like social silly putty. It just gums up everything, and no real, like, super productive, fun talk can come out of that.
Because the thing is, once you bring it up, that's all you're talking about for like the next hour and a half till somebody gets up and walks away from the table.
Yeah. Here's what I think. If you're an atheist, it means you don't believe in any God. Make up a God. Another one. They got to respect that.
And also, Wes, look at it this way. If you're with a girl that's going to break up with you because she believes something different than you don't want to be with her anyways.
But you're saying he's got to get his nut off. But he's got to get his nut off. And he doesn't know where to find girls that will take him. Get his nut off?
Excuse me? Pardon me?
He's got to get his seed out. And he can't find girls that...
Is it his nut or his seed? You're throwing down a lot of arboreal references right now.
He's got to plant.
He's got to germinate. He's got stamen and or pistils.
He's got to drop some sap on that bee.
Hey,
how about a Yahoo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me.
This one was sent in by Steve Lewis. Thank you, Steve Lewis. It's by Yahoo Answers user. Oh, great. Listen to the Easter platypus, who asks, how long do you think it would take for someone wearing a Batman suit to be thrown out of the mall? Do you think he might get away with it for a couple minutes at least if he pretends to be there to promote something Batman related, so he hands out flyers or something?
Well, I think the factor we're ignoring there is the security guard assuming that is Batman.
Yeah, he could just be like, "Oh, thank God, somebody to help me carry the burden."
Mm-hmm. Holy fuck, you guys! Guys! Batman Paul Blart crossover comic coming this fall from Dark.
Paul Blart Dark Knight.
Crisis on Infinite Sandwiches. I like the image of this guy like fervently typing this into his phone as he walks into the mall in a Batman costume. Guys, listen.
Update. 23 minutes.
23 minutes. No one has taken me out yet. I honestly think that if you showed up to the mall dressed as Batman, the amount of time you could walk around dressed as Batman is infinite. I don't think anybody's going to be like, get out of here, Batman.
Yeah, in this now, unless you're like Batman with like a crotchless costume, like you're not getting booted out of the mall for dressing like Batman.
Do they sell
You're
those?
going to get looked. I don't want to talk about it.
Let me reach in my utility belt. What's this? It's my bat polo.
I only got one tool, but it's good for everything. This is my utility dong.
I can't tell you how happy I am right now picturing Batman in Bed Bath & Beyond. Like,
with his dick hanging
where
out?
are your facial scrubbers? no.
Why are you thinking about Batman with his dick hanging out, Travis?
This isn't the loofah I deserve, but it's the loofah I need.
Why are you in the mall in a Batman costume, sir? Pardon me, sir? Can you explain your whole situation to me? Like, starting
I'm
from
not
the
trying to
beginning?
kick you out. I'm worried about you.
I just want to know. Like, I wanna get to the bottom of this. You're the world's greatest detective, and I want you to explain this mystery to me.
Why are you in Petland?
Why are you in Petland, Batman? If I see Batman, I'm running the opposite direction. Because wherever he is, the Penguin can't be far behind.
He knows what shadows hide in the hearts of men.
Yeah. Nope.
That's not it at all.
If you see a guy dressed as a shadow at the mall, oops, he's a hobo. That's your mistake. That's on you. If he tries to control your mind, well, they all have to.
Can we go back and just really explore that Paul Blart Mall Cop Batman crossover? Because I think there's a lot of room for...
So are you talking like Paul Blart as Batman or like a team-up power duo?
I'm talking about team-up. I'm talking about a matchup. Maybe like Bane comes in and breaks Batman's back. And then Paul Blart has to put on the mantle, only it doesn't fit because Christian Bale's like cut and ripped, and Kevin James is like super fat.
And there's like a montage of like him trying to fit it into the costume to the sound of like, I don't know, maybe Brick House or something.
I think it would just be like a tuba. Yeah.
And also, for some reason, Jonah Hill is his sidekick.
Okay.
Yeah, Jonah Hill would be his Robin.
Well, could we do Robin? We might get extra comedy if it's Batgirl. It's, hey, Jonah Hill's cross-dressing you guys. What if we get Alicia Silverstone?
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of on the nose, but I guess we could get her.
I mean,
what's she doing?
I think it would be interesting if we did like Batman Generations. And so we had Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, and we had Christian Bale. And then,
so you're saying, Danny
DeVito, Penguin. All these guys are fighting a war of crime inside of Paul Blart's mall.
Okay. And it turns out that Paul Blart is Batman from the future.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like, so they will pass. If I understand your generation's concept,
Really?
what you're saying is that at some point in the narrative, Batman will become unable to do his job, and he will pass the suit on to Paul Blart, who will fit into it in tuba music. And then Batgirl will become incapacitated, and Jonah Hill will have to take the Batgirl costume and rise up as Batgirl. Is that what you were saying?
What I'm saying is Bane has two knees. He's gonna crack Christian Bale, gonna crash loose to Silverstone, and then where are those cowls going other than the sweet and chubby heads of Jonah Hill and Kevin James?
Okay, so what happens at the do they fight the same penguin, or does the penguin get passed on to somebody else?
The penguin's played by Ed Helms.
The penguin gets passed on to Ed Helms. Bane is the Hulk Hogan.
Okay,
sure.
I want you to know right now I'd see this movie.
I would watch. Where are the advertisements for a movie like this? Why can't this be the sort of thing
I would watch
putting in the multiplex?
I would watch a Batman movie that is nothing but 2 hours of Arnold Schwarzenegger making Mr. Freeze puns.
Chill.
I'm going to Orange Julius.
I hope they put ice in my drink. Like, that's the level of puns that we're talking about. Just saying ice in different ways.
I'm going to Jared to get some ice. I mean diamonds.
It was ice to meet you.
Yeah, that's actually one that they say in the movie.
Oh, burn in hell, really?
Mm-hmm.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for Cold Stone ice cream. Can you cut more ice into my ice cream? That's my mix in. I had an illegitimate child. Oh, that's who Mr. Freeze can be. Mr. Freeze can be played by Arnold Schwarzenegger's 10-year-old love baby.
The baby Schwartz?
Ooh. Yeah, baby Schwartz.
Is that 10? Is that thing 10?
It's 10. Somewhere out there, there's like a supercut 10-year-old just getting real.
What is his future?
10 years, though. That's good job.
Getting cast in a major Hollywood movie.
No, I'm saying 10 years keeping a secret love child on the down low for 10 years?
Oh, Travis.
He's already got a job in Batman Generations.
Mm-hmm.
Or he's only 10 years old.
On the flip side, maybe he's right now walking around a wall wearing a Batman costume and sitting in Questions of Yahoo.
What is the best thing in life? To maybe see a boob someday. Hey, MBMBAM, I have a problem. Whenever I meet a lady, I'm usually very funny. Oh, good. That lasts for a few months until it becomes more serious, at which I'm extremely nice but dull. Now, I was never not nice to the ladies, but when it is less serious, I worry less about offending them. How do I bring back the funny but not offend them? Gmail.
Wait, do you realize there's a difference between when like a relationship gets serious and when you have to get serious. You can still be funny.
Nope.
It's not like we're dating now. Let's talk about death.
It's like putting on like comedy sweatpants. You just give up. Like no more comedy makeup or comedy curling your hair. You're just laying out some clunkers and calling it a day.
So we dating now because I'm just about out of Napoleon Dynamite references.
Love only makes you less funny. That is why I have remained single for so many years. It's for the show.
He's a chuckle monk, basically.
I am a chuckle monk. I am silly, but
silly, but boy,
I need to go write that down real quick.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Hey, I got another pun I came up with.
What's that?
Check this one out. Diabetes.
Hey,
you
right?
Fucker. You fucker.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's for real. If I would lose the jokes, I would pull a fucking Eddie Murphy, holy man, like full on 180 career shift.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're doing Haunted Mansion and Meet Dave.
And why? Because I've got kids now. Hey kids, come laugh at Haunted Mansion. What's this? Beverly Hills Cop? No, put that down. Put that down. You're
kids
too young
are the kryptonite to a funny career. Did Mike Myers get kids before he did Love Guru? Is that what happened?
It would explain a lot. I think that's so true when you see a movie and it's like, I want to do something my kids could watch. It's like, why do your kids want to watch shitty stuff?
Yeah.
why are you letting them watch? You know what, Eddie Murphy? If you want your kids to be cool, let them watch Trading Places, because that would make for a cool kid.
When I become a movie star and I make a shitty movie, my explanation in the interview is going to be, I wanted to make something that I could make my kids watch when they misbehave.
I need to have a punishment tool.
Well, now you have to watch Meet Dave.
You sit
with
down.
your friends. Your friends are going to watch it with you.
You sit down. You're getting you wrote on the walls with crayons. You're watching Pluto Nash.
Come on in here.
Strap in.
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
We're doing a back-to-back of RV followed by RV, and then I'm just going to talk to you for 30 minutes, because nothing could be worse than that. Ugh. Hey, speaking of this is what your pattern in relationships is the exact same tack adopted by Robin Williams in The American Public. You try to be funny for like the first third, and then you just give up and sort of plunk it.
I think we've talked about this before, but it's the idea of, if you are putting on like a personality to impress someone in the beginning of a relationship, eventually you're going to drop that. Just be yourself from the get-go. And if yourself is funny, be funny for like the rest of your life. You don't have to stop being funny.
It's such a hassle, though. Be funny forever. Can't do it, man.
Well, if you're not funny, then don't be funny. Like, don't try to be funny in the beginning. Don't wear yourself out. Just be like, hey, this is me. I'm kind of boring.
In the beginning of every relationship, you should always sell yourself short. You should always
like under promise, over deliver.
Don't promise. Zero promises, and then like half-ass delivery, and then you can pick up the speed. You can pick up the pace as it goes along, and then it'll be like, you're just getting funnier, and it's like you think
you're just getting better and better. I was unsure about staying with you at the beginning, but now, woof.
In the immortal words of Wide Life, all things just keep getting better about you, Jerry. Kiss my boobs.
Get over here right now and kiss on these boobs.
Just smack 'em.
I have 2 big bags of blood on the front of my body that need some kissing, and it's time for you to do them, man.
Is that what they are?
Do that. Yeah.
No, they're fat sacks.
I've never WebMD'd it, but I would like to know what's going on in there.
It's just
blood?
Blood and milk.
How come when vampires bite people, they don't bite them right on the boob?
Because that's inappropriate, Griffin.
Yeah, you can't show that on TV then. God, Jesus.
Hey, how about a Yahoo answer question?
Yeah, let's do that.
This one was sent in by Sarah Westlake. Thank you, Sarah Westlake. It's by Yahoo Answers user Jack1081, who asks, how much fart can you store in a typical large glass jar? Such as this sort you buy pickles in. We are assuming...
Such as this sort.
This is what we're assuming, you guys.
Okay.
We are assuming that you've got a vacuum seal with the right equipment. Mm-hmm. The only time that the seal's broken is when you're sitting on the receptacle and ready to fart. A flat mechanical lid slides open. Machine sucks fart in and immediately closes the lid.
Oh, God! Oh, like a postal, like, pneumatic tube. Like, got that fart. Oh, Jesus.
We're basically, you know that thing in Ghostbusters, the trap, the proton trap or whatever? We're talking about that, but for flashlights.
So like a really big Twinkie full of farts.
Well,
oh God,
that's a gross mental image.
Think this person, like, hey FBI, if you need a heads up on the dirty people that are gonna like steal toddlers and dress them up and make them do mock pageants in their basement, like this is the person. Like this is the person that will do that. You need to get them. Go get them.
I think
go get them. Go catch. Go fetch them.
I think there's a time in every person's life where they think about how many farts would fit inside something, and that time is like 4 years old.
Yeah. I wonder if I could fart into my toy train and then keep it there forever. Like, oh, you can't.
All aboard the Fart Express. Toot, toot.
Toot, toot. Get it? Dummy.
Some Yahoo Answers user Bacon Lover responded, in a typical glass pickle jar, you can fart as many times as you want, but it's impossible to fill it up 100% of the way with farts. Too much fart will escape when you try to close the jar after farting in it. According to my estimations, you can fill it up about 42% of the jar with farts.
What?
according to my calculation, didn't this guy already tell the plan of how he's not going to let the farts escape?
He's got a secret plan to keep the farts inside.
What fucking estimations are you doing? What equation?
Let me just punch the numbers here into my my calc, and
it looks like 42%.
A little bit less than half is what you're gonna get in that jar.
You're gonna get in that jar. It's gonna be around 42% farts. Actually, it's funny. 42% farts is actually the first component of Avril Lavigne's new perfume. It's 42% farts, 29% sandalwood, 11% the smell of newborn babies, and about 8% patchouli.
These Avril Lavigne's farts, or are we dealing with
No. They get them from Indonesia.
These are Pete Wentz farts. Get these out of here.
Whatever you do not buy like the CVS knockoff version. It smells like Avril Lavigne's farts.
No, it's Mandy Moore's farts. You don't want that.
Why are you doing this, guy?
Hey, guy. I have a better Yahoo question.
What is it?
Why are you doing this?
Listen,
why are you doing this?
I'm a pretty nostalgic guy, and I like to have little treasures from the past. But
you know what, guys? If I've learned one thing from the Super Collider, sometimes science is just for science sake.
You think
you
this
don't
is
have
a
to
science? You think this is a science project?
At this point, his wife has left him. He's lost custody to his kids, but he has got to answer this question for science sake.
I think it's more amazing that he's invented an apparatus that lets you fill a container with gas without letting the previous gas out of the container.
Yeah.
How do you differentiate? Because science says that there's displacement going on in there, right? Like you put the fart gas in and it lets non-fart gas out. But how do you differentiate between the two?
Answer that, and
one will
get the Nobel.
One will be brown. And
you think one will be
clear.
brown? You think it'll be dense with farticles, and then
exactly.
We're looking for the God particle here, Griffin.
Yeah.
I think that this is his life's work. That's the important thing is not the important thing is that it be done. Like doesn't have a practical application.
Yeah.
I think
this isn't for him. This is for his kids.
If you look at his tombstone, it's gonna say, "Here lies Greg." As it turns out, about 29 farts. 1960 to 2011. If we're lucky, he will be dead.
How pissed off are those CERN guys going to be if by inventing a perfect fart storage apparatus, this guy actually discovers the Higgs boson particle and not them?
The Higgs boson particle.
The Higgs boson particle. Like, oh, you guys built like a 35-mile long tube that costs you like $1 trillion? That's cool. I just farted in this jar. Oops, the God element found it. Big bang, made it in this jar. I have my own little tiny universe.
Talk about a big bang.
I think on that note, it's time to take a trip together. Just three brothers going on a journey to the moon. Our other message comes from Ben Suija, and he submits that we should officially come out in support of Luminous Electric in Minneapolis, St. Paul. That's right. They are skilled electricians serving homeowners, contractors, and commercial customers in the Minneapolis, St. Paul area.
Christ.
Yes.
What do you need? What do you need?
What do you need? You need updated electrical panels in older homes? Whatever. Done.
Check mark.
How are your electrical issues? Oh, you have them? We will solve them for you.
Check mark.
Lighting, design, and installation?
Check mark.
Free estimates?
Probably.
Do you want to have flashlights installed in your hands like a superpower?
Yeah. Or maybe a light bulb eyes.
Do you want to replace your veins with wires?
Yes. Can I replace my heart with a ticking clock?
Yes.
Turn yourself into a mechanical man.
Some sort of mechano man with Luminous Electric.
Luminous Electric will turn you into a mechano man. Honestly, if you live in the Twin Cities area and you're listening to this and you do not hire these motherfuckers, what's wrong with you? This is like the best electricians ever. Can you imagine how awesome that would be?
What? I mean, okay, what else is there to do in Minneapolis, St. Paul other than get turned into a robot and then have like robot races?
Yeah. So they will transfer. They might say at first, like, I don't understand what you're saying, and we can't transfer.
They have to say that because the FDA.
Yeah.
You're right. Right, and the FBI.
The code word is French steward.
Yeah, you say French steward, and
Give
they
me
will,
a full-on French steward.
Give me the French steward.
He's saying, wait, holy shit. Is he a mechanical man?
He is a malfunctioning mechanical man. His light bulb eyes don't work.
No.
So that's, go to luminouselectric.com, and you can just hire them. Just get them. And I, honestly, if you listen to this and you don't choose them as, like, your cool electrician, I don't know what's wrong with you.
Justin.
So, yeah.
You're going to need to jingle it up, and you have so much to go on here.
On a mountaintop on Guadalupe Peak, made the decision, and with his mouth he speaked. Shit. I take you, Lacey, to be my bride, and I want some robot parts inside. I want to take you down the aisle with super robot strength. Hold your hand, try not to crush it. Thanks, Luminous Electric, for making me a robot man. Half love, half husband, all robot hero, Brian. Electro Brian. I said clap. Clap for me. Go crazy. So thanks to Electro Brian and Luminous Electric and the wonderful Lacey Harbor, soon to be Lacey Smith, for taking everybody to the money zone. I got a question here. I'm a graduating high school senior. I don't want to go to my ceremony. The reason is that I have not made any good memories in high school. When I look at all these people, I think of how horrible some of them treated me. Some of my old best friends have ganged up on me a lot last year and bullied me, saying backhanded comments all the time, like I'm ugly. And they act like I was beneath them. Our school has said that if it's all right if we don't want to walk the stage, but I know that graduating is a big deal to my parents. I don't know how to tell them that I don't want to go. I don't know what excuse to make up. Should I just not go and tell them I forgot? Hey, Mom and Dad.
Oops.
Was that today?
Was that today? That's from Kelly in California.
You already dropped. I know you already dropped a hundo on your Jostin's robe. Like,
yeah, you had.
Did all three of us walk? Did you walk?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta walk in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't walk in college. It took me 5 years to get through. I wasn't gonna be like, I finally did it, Mom and Dad. I got my acting degree in 5 years. I did it.
I think that this is one of those things that I look back. I'm glad that I did everything that I could in high school, so I don't look back and go, man, I wish I'd gone to prom, or I wish I'd walked the stage.
You did all of the requisite high schooly shit.
Yes.
What you're saying is there's no sense in skipping this similar experience that is just like this one time it'll happen to you.
Yes.
Like
you can be snarky about it, but it is a big deal. Like graduating high school it's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is a big deal, and don't think of it as I'm gonna miss high school so much. Think of it as you rose above these fucking assholes.
Yeah.
Who are trying to keep you down, and you're about to go into college where everything is cool, or go into the real world where everything is equally cool and nothing sucks as bad as what you just went through.
That's a great Kelly. It ain't about them.
Yeah, it's about you. You fucking did it.
You did it. You killed it. You they tried to keep you down, and you fucking won.
You know what the high school graduation rate is in this country right now? It's like
8.
It's like 8%.
It's like 8%. And Kelly, you beat the odds. You're not in that the stupid 92 they call it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in that group. You're going for it. You're going for it's like you set your mind on a goal, much like Captain Jack Sparrow set his mind on the goal of retrieving the Black Pearl, and now you've gotten your Black Pearl, so you're going to walk across the stage and take your victory lap. You did it.
And shoot Barbosa.
Shoot Barbosa.
On the stage.
Only
metaphorically speaking,
shoot Barbosa when he's flesh, not a flesh man.
Take a gold piece, take the bloom from the cursed chest.
Yep.
Get the zombie monkey.
Gain immortal life. Like, what else do you need to know?
Also, this is really special to your parents, and it's one of there are things in your life that you will always be faced with, like, this is something you are doing for them and for you, but not for your asshole ex-friends and those people. This is for you and your parents.
I'm saying fuck your parents. I'm saying this is Kelly time. I'm saying you get on that stage and you let everyone know how you feel about them. Like,
and maybe give your principal an extra hard handshake.
Give him a handshake
big,
and
just like
turn towards all of your shitty classmates and just get your dick out and be like, bite it. It'd be like, bite this wiener.
No.
Not this you gotta do something like super memorable that'll get on TV.
How is that not memorable?
Just turn around and be like, make sure to listen to my brother meets at mdmbam.com. Goodbye.
Maybe just yell, San Dimas High School football rules.
So Kelly, this is for you. It's not about them. Fuck those guys. This is your time, and you won. You succeeded. You triumphed. And now it's time to.
Oh my God! Shit is about to get so good for you.
Oh, Kelly,
yeah.
gets
the next 4 years of your life, he's gonna absolutely rule. A switch is about to flip.
A rad switch, an awesome switch.
So guys, I was reading Cosmo.
Don't do that.
Sure,
like I do,
like you do,
and I bypassed. There was one article that I really wanted to read, and it was 17 things you don't know about your vagina, because it sounded mysterious, and I want to know what my vagina's up to. But I bypassed that for 25 surprising things that turn men on.
Okay.
Now, the terrible, stupid thing that Cosmo has done here is they asked guys to submit them on Twitter.
Okay.
So these are straight up submissions.
Before we start, can I say that the thing that turns me on most in this world is exploring the secrets of the vagina, the 17 dark secrets.
What your vagina does when you're not around.
Yeah.
Some of my favorites on this list. Number 2 is that early in the morning or tired at night phone voice. Which translates to me of like, can we please just go to bed?
Hey.
Why are you up so early?
Hey, baby. Daniel. Is this secretly turning you on?
Number 3, girls who swim.
Like mermaids?
I guess.
She's just moist all the time. She smells like chlorine. I love it.
She's the best.
Number 8, all caps. Paying for your own dinner.
Got a major boner. She pulls out that visa and this boner just jumps right off.
You should see when the guy at Chili's is like, is this together or separate? She's like, together, but he's with me. I'm using my early in the morning voice.
These are these are okay. These aren't things dudes like about women, right? These are turn-ons. These are. I am made erotic horny.
By this.
I am eroticized when you pay at Chili's.
Number 10. At No Good Ward says, if you can spin around while you're riding it.
It being your office chair, right? And not your penis, because that's not possible.
Yay! These are secret things. These are secret things that turn 11-year-olds on. I bet I like when you squeeze it super hard until stuff comes out, I think.
Number 12, a chick that will play PS3 with me.
While sitting on it and spinning.
Number 13,
what turns
Brad Paramore says, if you smell nice. You smell nice?
You smell good, baby. You smell like chlorine. Can you spin around on it for me?
Number 17, good credit.
Fuck you.
Fucking
what?
Stop it.
Good credit.
Good credit.
Mascot says good credit.
How do you
Hey, listen.
Like, how do you, if you're reading Cosmo and you read that, how do you not just like tear that bitch in half like the power team and just give it up?
Listen, baby, we had a special night, and I'm trying to crush some guts, see if you can sit and spin. But first, I gotta get on freecreditreport.com and just like find out what you're working with. Is it in the 500s?
Do you have a PDF you could forward to me?
You forward me that? Listen, I'll crush. I'm ready. I'm raring to go. You paid for your dinner. I've had a boner since we left Applebee's, but first,
You smell real nice.
You smell great. You've been swimming all day. But first, I just gotta know if we.
What's your score?
What's
your digits? Give me your digits.
Number 18, Manigault Music says toes, ... Well, cute toes.
Bubbly toes.
No hobbit toes.
No hobbit toes for this guy. Hey, guess what? I talked to everybody. No on toes ever.
Well, okay, hold on. Wait. I don't think there's such a thing as good toes, but there's definitely such a thing as bad toes. If you have dirty small fingers down there, I don't want to even be a part of your production.
Get your foot fingers away from my shit.
You're saying that it's like you can only go down with toes.
Yeah,
Toes can only.
I've never looked at toes and been like, boner. But like I have seen toes and been like, never boner. Like never again a boner. Nary a boner.
It's like if you're not gonna say, "Oh, that girl's got a nice back," but if she doesn't have a back, you're going to notice.
You are just a front. How did you do that?
Yeah.
The physics of it.
How is your scene happening? Because I do not understand it. Totally. Is there anything else? This fucking magazine. What are they doing? This is what our young ladies are reading.
No. They're reading
This
Teen
is honestly,
Cosmo.
I think that magazines like this are what causes the great divide between the sexes.
Yeah.
So stuff like what he doesn't want is for you to get really into the game and chug a beer. And it's like, how do you know that?
I don't want that.
I don't want that.
I just want a boo who can swim and spin on my dick.
I like it when we're swimming and she sits on it and spins in the water.
Uh-huh.
And I use it to propel me forward like
that's called a jet ski.
A little James Bond mini sub. It's amazing.
We call that the Steamboat Willie.
Toot all aboard. No, just me. Sorry, guys.
God.
This is my Deborah boat.
We're gonna make Proud Mary. Get in.
Oh Christ. Okay, so Cosmo, I think you are the worst thing that is around. I think it's the worst thing that happens to this country.
Hey, how about a Yahoo?
Yeah, sure.
This one was sent by Golly Ayali, who has really outdone him or herself.
Itself.
It's by Yahoo Answers user Sarah, only it's spelled with like weird characters. I'm not going to get into it. Sarah asks, is my "we didn't start the fire" continuation decent?
What?
Okay, like it says decent. I know it's not good, and some parts don't flow well, but that's okay. It's supposed to be 1990 through 2009. I don't know a lot about the 1990s, so there's a little lack of that.
What?
Hold on, ready?
What universe is this?
Are you ready?
Wait, Griffin, you got to do it to music. You can't not do this to music.
I can do it a cappella.
Okay.
Okay, then I want you to go back and find the music and play it underneath it for me.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll try. Okay.
Are you
Okay.
ready?
Middle East, CSI, Twin Towers, Wi-Fi, eBay, Dan Brown, Sarah Palin. Global warming, Madonna, internet, marijuana, Obama, Titanic, Harry Potter, organic, steroids, animation, cell phones, immigration, Facebook, Walmart, Google, modern art, E. coli, bird flu, Michael Jackson, who knew, Hans Zimmer, Green Day, Guantanamo Bay.
Oh, God! Wait. Hold on.
Did you say Louis Gossett?
I don't think
Did I hear E. coli bird poop in there?
E. coli bird flu.
Bird flu. Okay.
What was? Did they say Louis Gossett?
I don't think they said Louis Gossett.
Can you elucidate the last stanza for me again?
E. coli bird flu, Michael Jackson, who knew, Hans Zimmer, Green Day, Guantanamo
What?
Bay.
Okay, hold on.
Who knew what?
Who knew what?
I guess that Michael Jackson was going to die. And if that is the case, then everybody.
Okay, my bigger problem with this is not about the flow of her lyrics, but more, do we live in a world where this gets updated like the encyclopedia? Like at the end of a decade, it's like, well, we need to go back and add a couple stanzas. By the end of time, we didn't start the fire. It's going to be 8 hours long.
It's going to be an epic poem written by poet laureate Billy Joel.
I'm glad somebody's stepping up here because like I don't want our school kids to be like, and then in the year was 1990, and after that there is no more history.
I mean, Sarah touches on some good points here. I mean, definitely CSI and Twin Towers and Wi-Fi should all be sandwiched together like that.
Pretty much, they're pretty much like the same level of stuff, right?
Dan Brown definitely deserves to be remembered forever for his
and Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer?
Yeah, you know.
And Harry Potter's in there?
Harry Potter's in there.
He's up in the
I'm
mix.
down with that. That's a revolution.
That's great. Hans Zimmer? Like what contribution of Hans Zimmer's are you honoring here? Like did you feel is it excuse me. He did the motion picture soundtrack for Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. So that makes perfect sense. He did that OST. So of course you're gonna
I mean, what are we forgetting here? There's got to be some other important events,
like Iraq, Afghanistan, something like that.
Well, we said Middle
Pirates
East.
of the Caribbean on Stranger's Tide.
Iraq, Afghanistan, Pirates of the Caribbean.
How about Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the screen? That's a pretty big deal.
Robert Downey Jr.'s return to the screen. Like, I don't think so.
No, what about Grey's Anatomy and then the spin-off Private Practice?
Listen, here's I'm looking through this, and I think my problem isn't. My problem is what didn't make the cut. So, like, Dan Brown made it, but not Hurricane Katrina. Like,
yeah.
So, Sarah Palin is up in the mix. Not 9/11 though. So
no. Well, she said Twin Towers. Isn't that sort of shorthand for 9/11?
Never forget Twin Towers. It could be. See, it could be referring to the second Lord of the Rings movie.
It could not. No, it could not. Grey's Anatomy's made for you. Kung Fu Panda 1 and 2. There, I think that's better because it gets some like super important cultural stuff.
I think that it would be better if it was all just not like what happened in the world, but like a personal recount of year 1990 to 2009. So it's like, met a guy, we broke up, went to dinner, met some people, then I went to college and it was pretty cool. And it was just like a personal telling of stuff that happened in your life.
Can you explain to me the sort of sliding scale that puts going to dinner with some people and graduating college on the same import? Like,
it's a good dinner.
It wasn't a very good college.
Yeah. It wasn't a very good verse.
It was mostly a party school.
I graduated still a fool. And I went and got on Yahoo Answers, wrote this song. So I want to hear Griffin's last question. Super quick, just sort of housekeeping stuff that we do every week. This is my brother, me. Our website is mbmbam.com. Our form spring is formspring.me/mbmbam. Our email address is mbmbam@maximumfun.org. Those are all good methods to get in contact with us. If you want to get an ad at the Money Zone, should have said this back then, but you want to email Teresa@maximumfun.org. That's Teresa with an H, of course. What else is going on? What's up?
Also, we haven't talked about it in a while, but listening parties. If you get a group of 4 or more together, let us know. We usually record on Saturday or Sunday. So if you need a listening party, you need to let us know like a week in advance.
Yeah. And we will try to get it done for you.
And you get a special greeting for your party, and we'll give you guys just like a little introduction. So that way, if you got new people, they just get a little kind of special taste before the show starts.
The Cincinnati show is going to happen June 12th, and that's on Sunday. Going to be super duper fun. It's going to start at 8 o'clock at the Cincinnati Shakespeare Company. We got a great opener, Felicia Gillespie. You need to go Google her tracks and see her because she's super duper funny.
And also, the best bar in Cincinnati, Arnold's Bar and Grill, is opening up special for us and just us on Sunday night. So we're all going to be hanging out there after the show. So if you're in the area and you weren't able to get tickets to the show, you can come hang out with us afterwards at Arnold's. We'll probably be there about 10:30.
And if you weren't able to come to the show, hope may not be lost. We are next week. I think we're gonna have an opportunity for I think 10 or so people, maybe a few less than that, to get tickets. But you're gonna have to listen.
Gladiatorial blood match fight.
Yeah, last man
Spears,
standing.
nets, hammers. Go.
And so, like, don't lose hope yet. Hang in there. Well, we might be able to accommodate you if you live in the area. Don't make special plans or anything, but we might be able to set you up. We got a new T-shirt coming soon. We're going to have available exclusively at live shows, like the Cincinnati show, the shows coming after. We're going to have, is it silk screened? Griffin, is that accurate?
It is
silk screened,
laser etched,
screen printed. I think maybe posters.
Carbonite.
It is a carbon clone copy.
And once you see this image, you are going to poop your pants.
It is pants shittingly awesome.
Justin Russo has really outdone himself. We love it when you talk about the show on Twitter, MBMBAM hashtag.
Who's today's special guy?
Ian Johnson Music tore it up this week. He's going back through the back catalog and spreading the word to people.
Also, I want to talk about SS Kinto.
Okay.
Basically, he took our sampler, the YouTube sampler, bit.ly / it's MBMBAM, and was trying to pimp us to like Louis C.K. and Joel McHale and Donald Glover. I appreciate it so much, walking that fine line.
Joel, thank you for listening to our show.
Hey, Joel, welcome. And hey, guys, don't forget, and he did it right, but when you pimp us to people, when you say, hey, check out the show, include that sampler link. I think is maybe even better than our website link, because it's a really good entry point for people, and then they'll be down with it. It's digestible. Face Lauren is going back through the back catalog and listening to the whole show, and it's great. So we love you guys so much, and you are the reason that we keep doing this every week. Well, we would probably record it anyway, but you're the reason we release it.
I'm in it for the money.
Yeah, gotta get that paper chase. And we got forums, MaximumFun.org. Go get it.
Here's our final question. It's sent in by Philip Smith. Thank you, Philip. It's by Yahoo Answers user Zena Zamor, who asked, can I legally change my birthday? I was born October 9th, and I would like to change it to Halloween.
I'm Jason McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall.
And them into wisdom. Let's get right into it. Hi, I'm a Bim Bam. I'm contemplating venturing out into the Twitter sphere for the first time, and I feel like I need a signature Twitter handle to mark this exciting occasion. I want to use a variation of my name, Jody Bergs Bacon, and I'm hoping you can throw out some ideas for me. The people who brought us Peepum's Nasty Gum are clearly brilliant at branding. Work your magic, and thanks for your help, Jody. Jody, what a great question. Jody Bergs Bacon.
That is your virtual identity. If you think you aren't who you are anymore, you are what you tweet.
That's so deep, Griffin. That's like
great.
That being said, Burger Time.
Burger Time is
I
pretty
give you
good.
that. Only you spell it B-E-R-G, like your name is spelled. Enjoy.
How about Baconator?
The Baconator. The Bergs Baconator.
I didn't even consider the bacon contingent.
There's a lot.
Damn it.
How about Jody 1-6XI?
She's not a robot.
Oh. Then I've got nothing.
What about like something that plays off her name and the fact that she is going to be talking on Twitter? Something like Jode Ideas. Like something that's out there. you know. What about Joe Dialogue? Because it's like Twitter isn't just about me broadcasting to you. It's about the two of us talking back and forth.
Having a convo.
Yeah. I think if you can get Joe Dialogue, I'd go with that. What about Candace Bergs Bacon? What about Meredith Baxter Bergs Bacon?
What about
Too verbose.
Good Bergs Bacon?
Goodberg's Bacon, Fat Beach. Brought to you by Fat Beach.
Brought to you by Fat Beach. God, that movie was Fat Beach, wasn't it?
Good Burger's basically Fat Beach.
But in a burger shop.
Yeah, and more
Fuck,
stripes.
that movie is so funny.
Well, hold on. Good Burger?
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I wish I could find it right now, because Kel has the secret recipe to his sauce that turns the whole stand around.
Okay.
But who was that? Neil Patrick Harris wanted it.
Do you feel like they missed a cross-branding opportunity by not making not making a Good Burger stand at Fat Beach? Like, how did you guys get so fat? Obviously crossover.
Would you guys eat at a real Good Burger? If that was a real thing, I think that as long as we're speaking about Good Burger branding opportunities, because that is what Jody asked about.
Yeah. It's also on the topic.
I don't know. Like, I think that that's a successful business. Okay. I would love for people to just open up an ironic Good Burger stand, and it turns into a chain, and it becomes like it beats Subway and is now the most famous like fast food restaurant in the world. And people
Griffin, could you break down for me real quick what an ironic Good Burger stand is?
Well, people are like I'm talking right now. Like, hey, do you guys remember Good Burger? That was that was a solid pick.
I think though,
do you think anyone other than us is having that conversation ever?
I think if you name your stand Good Burger, but say it's ironic, then that's bad. Like bad burgers is what you're selling.
Oh,
yeah. I sell good burgers. Get it? These taste bad. Why did you do this?
I just don't know why you're trying to take the wind out of my sails.
You're right. I'm sorry. To me, whether or not I would frequent, patronize, I would haunt a local, real world, Earth, 619.
A tangible, not a Good Burger of the ethereal realm. Right. I'm talking about a real ass tangible Good Burger.
Manifest corporeal Good Burger. My frequency of dining there would depend on how many adjectives are on the outside in the advertising, because I'm a sucker for those. Like I could say to you right now that no, that probably wouldn't be a good idea, especially if I see Kel in there up to his old tricks, up to his hijinks.
What stirring up the pot?
If they have a sign outside that says like beefy or satisfying, like I don't know,
juicy.
Maybe juicy, like exactly.
If I walk in and I see Kel and he's in the milkshake machine, like spinning around, I will leave that restaurant right away. That is not sanitary.
Well, it's a health
Kel.
violation.
I'm going to say that I think I would actually be more likely to go to an ethereal Good Burger, like a Good Burger of the mind.
Well, as soon as you die, you'll be able to do just that.
God, I hope so.
Hey, Griffin, you got a Yahoo for us?
I do. Here's one. This one was sent in by Krista Whalen. Thank you, Krista Whalen. Regular contributor, Krista Whalen. It's by Yahoo Answers user Olaf Simprini, who asks, looking for a career in genital painting?
In what?
I assume he's asking for himself, but the way you made it sounds like the start of an infomercial. Like, looking for a career in genital painting? The other day,
I'm sorry, one more time. Genital painting?
Yes, genital painting.
I'm going to need some more info.
Well, he provides it if you'd give me a chance. The other day, I was with my boyfriend, and he asked me to paint the Hand of God painting by Michelangelo on his penis. It says Wang, but we're all adults here. I think we can use clinical terms.
Bracket, penis, in bracket.
It looks really, really good, and I'm wondering if there's a sort of industry for this thing, because I think it is my calling. Please help. Do you know of any universities or colleges that specialize in this sort of thing? Also, I have pictures if anyone is interested in my work.
Check, please. Yeah. Hello. I would like to get on that.
Yeah, can you, mabimbam.com.
Yeah, just send that out.
Just send that to our web address, I guess.
Send that 2-day express, because I need that.
If you could overnight, I'll front the shipping, COD. Just gotta see them.
I want to say that when you first posed the question, I immediately interpreted it as painting with one's genitals.
There's 3 ways I could see doing this, right? Painting with your genitals. Painting on someone's genitals, which is using genitals as a medium for art.
Okay.
And then there is the actual painting of genitals. Like, check out this sweet pee-pee that I painted here with my watercolors.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
I can make a pee-pee sing with watercolors.
I went to the zoo once and they trained an elephant to paint on this guy's genitals. It was pretty cool,
Holy
but
shit.
horrifying for him.
Sure?
I don't think that's I don't think.
I'm almost positive that was. Wait.
Was that on
No,
TV
that was
again?
the movie. Yeah, that was the movie. Yes.
The Operation Dumbo Drop.
Yes. God,
that was the best movie.
I did not watch it that closely, but I'm pretty sure that that's what happened.
There's a really great scene where it's Tinder, and an elephant gets.
I would think. I mean, that elephant's huge.
It's very tender, and the elephant he is not confident in his painting, but Chuck Sheen talks him through his psychoses, and then the elephant paints on Chuck Sheen's balls and dick.
People give him a lot of static for being nutso, but you go through something like that. You weren't there. You don't know what that filming.
He is operating
like.
on a whole nother plane than everyone else, and it's because he has had this amazing experience. Also, on this plane, Ethereal Good Burger.
It's just Chuck Sheen, Ethereal Good Burger.
I would like to point out to the person who asked this question that if you look at, so you're painting a Hanagon painting on your boyfriend's dick, is it possible that maybe that skill could translate to a more conventional medium? Or
No,
absolutely not.
Only dicks.
Dicks.
I tell you what,
exclusively
it's the dimensions of it.
The
It's
contour.
It's like a natural easel, and it's taut. It's taut and canvassy. I get it. I get what this guy's selling.
I think that it is the most perfect sort of medium that we can work. It's most natural, at least. It's not like a lot of the canvases these days are corporate made, and this is
What if
like
you-
shade grown artistic.
What if you
medium.
painted a dick on someone's dick?
Whoa.
What if you painted a dick on someone's vagina? See, that's why I'm upset by this question, because it doesn't leave many options for our lady friends, because I don't...
You could paint a Georgia O'Keeffe painting on someone's vagina.
Sure.
Yeah. So did you, are there any responses? Anybody have some good ideas?
Somebody said, ooh, I want the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Ah, very clever.
For my
on my crooked dick.
For my tilted member. And for my sweetie, maybe the Grand Canyon. Hey, dog.
Ooh.
Hey, dog.
Ooh.
Hey,
That shouldn't... That's not quite right.
Yeah, don't let her hear you talking that way, because
No.
that ain't gonna go over well.
I have a nickname for your vagina, honey.
Honey.
You're gonna love it.
Listen to this Grey Goose, honey.
Hey, check it, the Mariana Trench.
Get it?
I love you.
So we got another club banger, another hot question coming in from a real person, and not like the one Griffin read from a monster, an animal, a subhuman. How long do you have to wait after you break up with a girl to start dating one of her friends? I had a friends with benefits relationship with a young lady that sort of turned into an exclusive relationship of a sort, but it's become clear that one of her friends is interested in dating me. How long do I have to wait to pursue this other young lady? Oh my God.
Is this anonymous?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, it sounds like you're still dating the other lady.
Yeah.
So, obviously not
Not
soon.
now.
Yeah, not this second. It hasn't been long enough because it's been none. It's been no time.
What's that rule or something like the amount of time you're with someone divided in half is the amount of time you more in the relationship or something? Isn't there like a accepted standard for that?
It is.
What is it?
Yeah, it's how long you've been together, divided by half, and then you add the number of lunar cycles that happened while you were dating.
And your first pet's name and the street you grew up on.
And then you multiply it by infinity. Sheila, I miss you.
Oh, Sheila.
I wish I dated a lady named Sheila.
I know.
I say if there's a special somebody in your field of vision that you suspect it has a little, that you don't wait on it at all. You break up with friends with benefits, girl.
And then
you
say goodbye
hey,
to her
hey,
forever.
How's this for a benefit? Bye. I don't have to.
Here's your
apologize.
severance package. Enjoy.
I got nothing for you. Should have nailed me down when you had the chance. This is why it never works. This is why this never works, because right now I'm doing this. So this is a pretty good example of why friends with benefits is not a thing. And then you just go talk to the other girl. What's the matter? Or a guy. Is it a guy or a girl?
Listen.
Only
Young
guys would
lady.
do this.
It's a
I didn't even have to ask, of course. Girls don't think this way. Only guys would be this monstrous.
You got to dance with the one that brung you.
Mm-hmm.
And that means you have to stay with this girl that you don't really care for the rest of your life. Because leaving her, that would be rude, sir.
You don't want to be that guy, do you?
Do you want to be rude, sir?
Do you want to be? Would you rather be civil?
God, I miss the Victorian era.
I know.
You couldn't
back
get
then
away
it was
with
so
that
easy.
shit.
You didn't have to worry about dating. You said, "Hey, daddy, hey, mommy, who am I marrying?"
Tell me who to love, please.
You're marrying Carla, the butcher's
She
niece.
is the eldest of 3 daughters that didn't die of tuberculosis.
She's got a fine frame. You're really gonna be into it. Hey, I like this girl, but I'm afraid to ask her out because we haven't spent a lot of time together. However, I'm sure if I wait too long, the whole thing might peter out. What should I do? Formspring. Does he know a guy named Peter that's gonna swoop his lady? I don't know. Like,
so 58 episodes in, and that is the
58
finally the
episodes in,
answer.
this is where I finally admit that, like, I don't get these people that, like, sometimes we get these questions and the answer is so obvious that I think they're fucking with me. Like,
Yeah.
hey, just ask her, dummy. Like, just you can't. If you
You're
don't
not
ask her to
filling
spend
up-
time with you, you can't spend time. How do you think that happens? Like,
You're not filling up like a giant novelty like thermometer on a donation board. You don't have to spend X amount of time before you ask her out.
You just like
do it.
hoping you get stuck in an elevator. Like, just ask her to go fucking. Go
You want to go ice
Vesuvius.
fishing with me?
Hey, I hear there's going to be a tornado warning on Thursday. Do you want to come to my basement? And, like, it'll be hilarious. Do you want to get accidentally stuck in a freezer with me so we can recap all the great times we've had together? Like in that one episode of Perfect Strangers? Because then I can ask you out after that.
Cute meets, they don't happen in real life.
No, they don't.
They do not happen like that.
Do you know how you spend more time with someone? You ask them out.
Yeah, just ask them out. You're ready, Peter, which I'm assuming is your name, and that you've
Oh
come up
God,
with
I
one-
hope so. And he uses the phrase "Peter out" to mean something awesome.
Yeah,
You guys
That's what he
want
says
to Peter
whenever
out?
he leaves a room.
Peter out.
And check this out. Check this out, Peter. You wait too long and you die. Oops. I could have loved her forever. Now I can't.
You got any big plans this weekend? Yeah, man. I'm gonna go to Zaxby's and totally peter out. Just, those people aren't gonna know what they saw. It's gonna be heinous in there.
I'm just gonna let loose and Peter out.
I'm just gonna peter out. I've earned it. I've earned one fucking weekend of petering out. I think. I sold all the shoes at Foot Locker. I think I can have one weekend of petering out. I think I've earned that. They can't take that from me. Hey, you can take as much alimony from me as you want. You'll never, like, my ability to peter out was not part of the settlement. Depra.
How about a Yahoo?
Yeah, I'm ready.
This one was sent in by Jacob Locker. Thank you, Jacob.
Champion.
It's by Yahoo Answers user Jenna Rain, who asks, "Sexy sailor suit in bed. Dirty things to say? It is my BF's dream for me to wear my sexy sailor suit for him. What are some dirty things to say in bed and before to get him in the mood? I'm going to demand that all of the things that we say for the next few minutes be nautically themed."
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So she wants to wants to raise his
Okay.
mast.
I got this. Time to load the torpedoes.
Yeah.
In a seaman's garb.
Okay.
Wants to turn
Vagina
him on.
off the starboard bow.
Plunge into my briny deep.
That's
Ahoy
good.
boners.
Ahoy. That's good, Travis. That's very on the nose. He can get a tattoo on his penis that says "Welcome aboard," like Kelsey Grammer in the hit film Down Periscope. That would be good. I hope you're ready.
Time to swab the poop deck.
Oh no! I'm ready for Coq Cousteau. I just don't.
Unfortunately, you're not my first mate. Come break a bottle of champagne on my face.
Whoa!
I don't like that at all.
Our not a play got naughty. Is not a play a thing? Like it's nautically themed.
Justin, can I tell you, as somebody who on a weekly basis scours Yahoo Answers for things that are funny, there is every kind of play that you can imagine.
There's just no kind of play that is out of bounds.
I've been trying to find a way to talk about it on the show. You guys know about age play?
Excuse me?
It's called age play. I couldn't find a funny Yahoo answer about it because they're all just so crushing. But it's where one person pretends to be a baby. Oh, look at him.
That's cute.
Okay, but not like you pretend to be like a senior citizen, like in a nursing home.
You can do that. The world is your oyster in the world of age play.
Fuck, you just got into the movies for $5.50. That's so hot.
Tell me about that early bird special.
We're eating dinner at 4 p.m. God, I'm wrecked.
Do you think that there are people that are like hardcore, like goth enthusiasts or steampunks or something, and their idea of this kind of sex play is like you put on a suit and you carry a briefcase and like you talk about spreadsheets?
They call it norming it up.
Norm. Norm
Can't wait
play.
to norm you tonight.
Tonight, let's just.
We're
listen.
having casserole.
I want to plan the perfect evening. For us.
We're gonna drink
first.
red
I
wine.
wanna light some candles we bought at Bath and Body Works, and then I wanna.
What's that
put
on the TV? Oh my God, it's a Becker marathon.
I want to put on that Mad Men soundtrack we bought at Target and just go crazy.
Baby.
Well, go Restrained on You.
And when that's done, I got Colby Callier lined up. It's next on iTunes.
I'll open your delicate mouth and feed you some Oreos. Can
wait.
you imagine?
Goth people can't eat Oreos?
No, goth people can't eat Oreos.
Why
They
not?
only like blood cookies.
Yeah.
That's true.
From Toll House. Those are delicious, though.
No.
Those Keebler Elf commercials are fucked up, though.
Give me a God. Come into the tree. And I'm surviving. Put a baby in. Out come blood cookies. And reduce fat blood cookies. Don't ask. Hey, I'm headed to uni this coming fall. I'm
Do you mean
assuming
college? Do you mean college?
College. This is an American show. This coming fall, and will likely be rooming with a bunch of guys I have never met before.
I actually call it call. I shorten it to that.
Holly.
Okay. My issue is that I am a huge anime fan and will likely want to have anime paraphernalia in my living space. I want to, of course, make a good impression and not weird out the people I will be rooming with for the following school year. So my question for you is, how much anime stuff is too much anime stuff? That's tactless and Toronto.
The answer to that last question is 1.
I'm going to say, go out on a limb and say, if you have to ask that question, you have too much anime stuff.
Yeah.
It is a concern that you have.
You have
overdone it.
You have a troubling amount of anime stuff. You're looking in your bedroom right now, and you are worrying about how you're going to fit all of your anime stuff into a space with a bunch of gentlemen you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
For real though, I think we can answer this honestly without being mean.
I think there's a tasteful way to do it. Let me give you an example. I like video games. That's sort of my jam. When I was in high school, in middle school or high school, I on my wall I cut out pictures from video game magazines and taped them all over the wall. Right, like I taped video game pictures all over the wall because I like video games. Right, I still like video games, but what I have now is a poster, a very tasteful poster for one game that I enjoy that was made by our good friend Justin Russo, and that's sort of the nod to video games I have. And it's like it still makes sense in the space. It's sort of like it's tasteful, but I'm not like relinquishing my love of this thing.
What
that I
you
like.
shouldn't do is be ashamed of this thing that you like. And
Yeah.
he will give you shit for it. It's not that. It's that this is a time to transition a lot of things in your life. You know, going to college, it's a big step towards adulthood. And maybe you look around and say, you know, maybe it's time to kind of revamp my approach to these things that I love. Maybe it's time to, you know, start getting some, you know, books on anime and stuff like that instead of
cool. Yeah, that's a very
pictures
sort
I've
of
cut out of magazines.
Yeah, and you know, the other sort of worry and the reason that I think the reason, like, it's very easy to sort of make gags about anime, but we all three of us like some really terrible shit. I seem to remember one episode where we spent the first 10 minutes talking about Good Burger. But
that was the hardest choice I had to make of what to do with all my Good Burger paraphernalia.
You're going into a time. You're going into a time where you're in high school. You're graduating high school. You're going into college. You really will sort of be defined in large part by the next 4 years. And I think you want to go into it without stigma. You know, like I think you want to go into it kind of as close to a blank slate as you can and open yourself up to a lot of stuff that you're going to be exposed to for the first time.
And you know, maybe you get there and you do the blank slate and you go, you know, I could probably do a little like corner of, you know, figurines here or a poster here, and you kind of build back up to a point that you're comfortable with. But I think it's best to start at zero and then find where the new normal is for you.
Don't define yourself by anime, I guess is what I'm saying.
No, Christ, no. Nobody should do that. Or any other.
Yeah,
like,
you shouldn't define yourself by anything.
No pop culture thing. You're not allowed to define yourself with that. Like video games. I really don't like it when people are like super into movies. There's like, check out my Criterion collection. It's like, cool. I got Netflix.
Or you're like the music snob or the movie nerd.
Yeah, just figure out who Tackless in Toronto is.
And maybe he's not tactless. Maybe that's what you'll discover. That's what I hope you'll discover.
Maybe he's a smooth operator.
Maybe he's a smooth
operator with a penchant for Cowboy Bebop.
Hey, and remember, you're going in and nobody knows you. Like, you're a complete enigma. If you lay out all your anime cards on the table, like right from the jump, people will think they've cracked your case.
Yeah.
You got to go in sneakier than that. You got to go in and put a picture of like a football guy up. Nobody will see that coming.
What if you went in there with you went in there with nothing, no possessions. You just moved in and your room is just empty except for a bed.
Okay.
That's it.
Oh, you don't have a follow up.
So
no, that's the end of my thought.
He's like a wanderer.
What are people going to think?
Roams from college to college.
They're going to think that he's the pretender and that nobody knows his real face.
Oh, shit, the pretender. You're saying the pretender ploy. I think that I haven't seen that well implemented since the early 90s, but it could definitely still work.
And even then, it wasn't really well implemented.
Not terribly well implemented. Occasionally well acted, never terribly well written. Had a big problem with getting reliable guest stars. And the plot was kind of a one-trick pony.
And the main actor kind of looked like David Copperfield.
A little bit like David Copperfield.
Just some helpful notes, The Pretender, that you can ingest and use next time.
The next series, The New Pretender, starring Shia LaBeouf. Is it time?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
It's time to take a trip together to the money zone. Her age. So he wants to wish her a happy real 28th birthday and a fake 29th birthday. He's been joking about her age to friends. Hey, Alex.
Ladies love that shit.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex, here's a special treat for you.
Here's a bonus.
Check out this wrinkly old broad. I love you, Janelle.
This is my old lady. Emphasis on the old.
If you know of any advice podcasts that you enjoy, we would strongly encourage you to write in and ask if you should be doing what you're doing. Sneak preview, no, you should not. Also, on the birthday train, Matt wants to wish his brother Alex happy 30th birthday. 30.
Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
Oh.
Flirty 30. If it's Alex, you know him.
Shirty 30, because that's it's customary to buy somebody a shirt on their 30th birthday. Like,
So
like a nice Oxford.
Yeah.
And if you get Tweety Bird on it, it's Birdie 30.
A birdie shirty 30.
Here's what we know about Alex, okay?
Different Alex.
Different Alex, not the giver from before. Now he is the receiver. He's huge, okay? 6'3", got a dog named Talon. Has a
like a thing that like a sharp foot.
Yeah, I think
Sharp
so.
hawk foot?
But not spelled that way. Good at video games. Street Fighter 4, Mortal Kombat. He's got all the kicks and punches. Lives in Boston.
How
with
many?
Vanessa.
Can I ask his Hadouken technique? Like, where is it?
Where he likes to go is down, then toward, then punch.
So, like for a Hadouken.
For like a Hadouken, that's his basic game. That's
Okay.
where he's at.
That's how I like to do my Hadoukens as well.
But he's 30 years old now, and you know what that means? No more video games.
No more games. Put them away.
Legally speaking, you can't play
And
it.
they've rented a lake house in upstate New York to celebrate, but they have not rented the lake house, which I would recommend.
It's an important distinction. So, since we've sort of painted ourselves into a corner by not being able to use the traditional birthday song, Griffin, I would ask that you write a song about these two that sort of bridges the gap, I guess, between a licensed track and a not licensed track.
So let's parameters because I love those. It's got to be a birthday song. It's got to be
a birthday song.
It has to be like fill in the blanks so that we can use it for future birthdays. Only this time we will fill in the names of Janelle and Alex.
The important thing about this is that it be free to the public. I don't want to try to get into a copyright battle over this. I want
Okay, so
that
this could become like the new Applebee's song. Like,
What?
You know, they come out clapping
What
their
did
hands.
you
and give
say? What could you be saying right
they
now?
give you a free piece of birthday cake and they sing you a song. And it's like, happy birthday.
Janelle and Alex. This is confusing. There's two Alexes in the mix.
Don't worry. Listen, you've got to let go of Alex 1 and Matt. It's
You
a
guys have
gift.
I've just purged you from my mind.
Yeah.
You never existed. This is take one of, I'm going to call it Birthday Town.
Good. That's a good name.
So instead of like waiting to the end of the song to put the names in, what if we just do it right at the jump?
Okay.
Janelle and Alex, you are the twin mayors of birthday. Oh, there we go.
Did your guitar die? That's all very good. I'm liking the whole thing.
Janelle and Alex, you are the twin suns that shine on Birthday Planet, where it is everybody's birthday every time you go around. One of you is 28, the other one of you is dirty 30. But just because you're old doesn't mean you don't know how to get down.
Hooray! Hooray for Birthday Town.
I don't know that we can ever use that again.
Well, we have to because that's the law.
I like twin sons. Although I
Twin
guess it only
sons
works
is
if
good.
we have two birthdays at the same time.
Well, next time we have double birthdays, we'll take them to Birthday Town.
Oh, double birthday would have been a good song.
Double birthday would have been a very good song. But see, that's why I make the swan pay for my pearls now. I don't just throw them out for free. That's my personal copyright idea.
Hey, Janelle and Alex, see you next year.
Hey, see you guys next year.
If you know someone that has a birthday coming up or a special message, you can do personal, you can do business. Contact Teresa at MaximumFun.org. It's Teresa with an H, and let her know, and we can get that all set up. And you too can have an amazing jingle.
If you think you might want to do it, though, get in contact with her early. We've had a couple people who've wanted to do something for a special occasion, but we like for the next couple of months we're booked. So get in contact with her with plenty of lead time, and we'll figure it out. Here we go. I was coming home late from the bar the other night. My cute neighbor and a few of her friends were sitting on our porch drinking, but I was unaware of this at first. As I was walking to my door, I ripped a fierce one. It was loud enough that it echoed down my street.
Holy Christ.
And that's when I heard my neighbor and her friends start laughing. I can't imagine. Fucking shattered windows.
Car alarms are going off.
I was extremely embarrassed, appropriate, and got inside the house as fast as I could. Is this something that will haunt me forever? Or if I just avoid her for a couple weeks, will she forget? Tootin' in Tennessee.
Nope.
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 Maybe
Hey,
it's time for you
dude.
to become like not tooting in Texas.
Just
Normal in Nebraska.
you gotta absorb this experience.
Holding it in Hawaii.
You gotta eat this experience, and you gotta keep it ever present in your mind, cause you fucked up, man. Oh, did you goof?
Oh man, is that never a goof?
One time I was on a city bus going to college, and I completely forgot that I was in public, and I let go of a huge fart, and so then I bought a car.
He can never go back to the bus system. The whole public transportation game was shut down.
There's a picture of him on every Oklahoma City bus. It says, "Do not let this man on your bus."
The drivers come to refer to him as Stinky Carl. We do not know his real name or his locale.
But he has mega toots.
They when Travis finally did sell that car, the car dealership ramped it into a chasm. They're like, "We can't sell this to anyone. This is a biohazard. What have you done in here? You were killing us." Yeah, you can't.
No, you know
unless you do something like either far more embarrassing. I mean, you've really got to take it to the limit. I'm talking like say something super racist around the person whose race is being belittled. I mean, like a goof on that scale. Is that better? I don't think so.
No.
Can you fall out of your window while jerking it and land on her porch? That, as far as I can tell, is the
And continue jerking it.
Yeah.
You have two options. You can either fall out of your window while jerking it and land on her porch, and then you're that guy, or you fall out your window and fly, and no one will ever talk about the flatulence again.
You know what I think you should do? Just go right up to
Which
her.
of course is the plot of The Boy Who Could Fly. Never seen that.
Go right up to her door, ring that doorbell, and she answers the door. Be like, "It happened, okay? Like, it happened, and I want to move on. Can we please move on from this? My name is Tootin' in Tennessee. I'm a person. I'm a man."
I saw a copy of the newsletter you sent out, and I do not appreciate it.
I think you just got to grab this bull by the horns. And you got to
fart in its face.
And you got to fart right in. You got to just handle it. Just handle it. Because you can't live in fear. If you do that, then the terrorists won.
I think you should go knock on her door and say, "I just went to the doctor, and it turns out I have butt diabetes. So you were laughing at my medical condition that is going to claim my life. So sleep well tonight."
I have a tiny goblin that lives in my stomach who is slowly killing me. But he also makes me fart. That's what the doctor said. Do you want to see my x-rays? I'm a man. I'm a person. I'm a person.
I wanted you to know
I'm not just some fart clown for you.
No, it's a fart machine.
I have a fart goblin, god damn it, Susan, and it's killing me.
I want you to know that a few years back, I invited Jesus to live in my heart. So which one of us were you laughing at? Exactly. He's in here too, just so you know.
Enjoy hell, Susan.
Enjoy hell, Susan. And then fart again.
And then do like a brief jig and then leave.
And then move away.
The first time was an accident. The second time has to be intentional for you to get the power back in the relationship.
Every day for the next month. Greet her in the morning as she steps up to the paper like, "Hey, neighbor." And then
you're standing on the porch with a cup of coffee and your bathrobe.
And you just
and then
blast
you fart and
it.
the bathrobe flutters.
Uh-huh. And you say, "See you tomorrow at 8."
You're saying fart stalker, basically. I think fart stalker was Garen McGavin's finest performance. Oh man, that was too bad. I'm sorry, you do have to move. I've gone out 4 times with this girl. I'm 16, she's 15, Grace. Things are going great. We always have a great time. I have not kissed her yet. Since it would be both of our first kisses, I want to make it perfect. Aww. Problem is, I'm fairly new to the dating game. I'm not sure when I can approach the topic of going steady and becoming a couple. Please help me in BMBM. Ben from sunny Germany.
I almost feel like we should just skip it because
We're gonna ruin this.
We're gonna
crush it
ruin you,
like
Ben.
a rabbit in a mice of men. You know, so we pet it too hard and the neck snaps.
Yes, that is exactly true, Travis. That is the perfect analogy. Ben, you've brought something very precious to us, and if you give this to us, if you give us this thing to care for you, you will come back in a week, and it will be you'll be like, "What's that smell?" Like, yeah, that was the precious thing that you gave us. We killed it and we buried it underneath the sink. We did a bad job with this precious thing you gave us.
We hugged it too hard, and it's been dead for a while. And Ben, we're so sorry.
I have a confession to make. The only reason I still host this show with you guys is that for an hour every week, I can remember what it's like to feel this way.
Oh my
to
God!
feel,
Right?
Just to, yeah, it's like it's vicarious. Vicarious innocence is addictive.
Do you think he's held her hand yet? Oh,
I can't.
man.
I can't even think about it. It's too chaste. Oh, Ben.
Do you think that like one of their dads drives them to the movies?
I can't think about it.
Oh,
I can't because I think about it.
Do you think she spins on his dick?
See?
Ben, this is what we're talking about. If we go any further, then I am going to suggest that you make her spin. You should spin on it. Like,
tell her to spin on it, Ben. This is what we do, Ben. We don't have. There's not a different setting. We're gonna kill your thing, the precious thing you brought us.
All right, let's try it. Let's hold it down.
Okay.
You gotta go slow because this is the most terrifying thing you've done so far.
yes.
Yeah, and it will be terrifying right up until the moment when you do it, and then it won't be so scary. Ben, I have a new mindset for you, and this should apply to everybody. Fear is only applicable to things that are in the future that you can't figure out. Like, if you knew exactly what was going to happen, you wouldn't be afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So fear only limits you if you're trying to guess the future. If you are in the immediate, if you're in the here and now, you can never be afraid of anything because you're just experiencing it as it comes.
And also, think about it this way. You're, 16? No one is expecting you to succeed.
Yeah, you're going to fail this time.
You're going to be super bad at it.
A lot of times you're going to fail.
So there is zero pressure on you whatsoever. Like, this is the time that you try things and you learn what you do in relationships and what's best for you. And so, man, you're just not going to be good at this first time. But nobody is. Nobody's good at it at 16. You're not.
My first kiss was my freshman year of high school, playing Spin the Bottle. I received it from a acne-scarred girl from the Flag Corps because this was a band party, and it happened on the dirty floor of a kitchen in the West End of Huntington. So,
Justin, that is the sweetest thing I've ever heard.
As long as you can top that, if you can top that magic, that romance. Don't remember her name, by the way. I only vaguely remember what her
Flaggy.
Flaggy the Kismabot. If you can beat that for romance, then you are well on your way to a special moment
Justin,
you cherish forever.
I think the only way that he could not top that romantically is if during his first kiss he had beef jerky in his mouth.
Is that what I think it is? It is.
God damn it, this is so adorable. Can we just take a moment and just soak in this beautiful moment of the human experience?
Somewhere in Germany, Ben just said aloud, God, I feel a lot less innocent and less special. Like someone is drinking it. Somebody's drinking my naivete and turning it into evil. So we hope that helps, Ben. I don't want to give you any more
Don't
advice.
listen to us whatsoever.
Just don't do anything we say, and you'll be off to the races.
Do you guys know that in addition to it being Fat Beach Con time,
God damn it,
it is also the first show that we've done in the month of June.
I want to jump back real quick and say that there was someone on Twitter that got really mad at us because last week's episode did not contain the monthly thing. It was still May, dog.
Hey, buddy. How about okay, I picked it out ahead of time so we didn't have to do the list thing. Celibacy Awareness Month.
Oh, good. So in case people are unfamiliar, maybe you're just now joining us. Can you explain the premise of this bit you keep subjecting us to?
Every month there's important issues that everybody has to stay on top of. Important things like Fireworks Safety Month. June is also Fireworks Safety Month. I would say maybe save that one for July when everyone uses all the goddamn fireworks.
You gotta get to them so early though. In July is a thing. June, you have a whole month to be a dick about it. So this month is what is it this month, Griffin?
It is Celibacy Awareness Month.
Okay.
Our previous question dovetails nicely into this.
Yes.
I'm aware that somewhere someone is celibate, and it brings me great joy.
Okay, so how about Celibacy Awareness Month? Don't make us switch to Celibacy Enforcement Month. My brother, and me.
Celibacy Awareness Month. That's one excuse. My brother, and me.
Celibacy Awareness Month. Don't get your dick wet. My brother, and me.
That's pretty good.
Keep that dick dry. My brother, and me. Just jerk it, you goof. My brother, and me.
Whatever happened to watching secretly from the bushes? My brother, and me.
There's always dry humping. My brother, and me.
Hey.
Celibacy Awareness Month, because Jesus is always watching. My brother, and me.
Hey, were you aware that there are people who don't fuck? My brother, and me.
Okay, a little on the nose, maybe. A little sort of like a little direct. But I definitely think that there's
I don't care if you're married. My brother, and me.
Celibacy Awareness Month. It's like that movie, 40 Days and 40 Nights, only 10 days shorter. My brother, and me.
Celibacy Awareness Month. Seems to be working out okay for babies. They're happy and shit. My brother, and me.
Oh, man.
Celibacy Awareness Month. It's the only way to get super good at Kung Fu. It's true. I thought it was true.
Oh. I think that was a good ender.
I think we cashed it on Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Good. I was trying to come up with one about that involved the phrases Celibacy Awareness Life and Vern Troyer. I decided to just let it go. It works both ways. One, he's going to die without knowing the touch of a woman, presumably in the next couple of years. And B, if his parents have been celibate, that's one less thing we got to worry about.
How much time do you spend worrying about Vern Troyer?
Well, how much time do you spend with your eyes at regular human level? You would be unaware of a Vern Troyer attack.
So, like, Vern Troyer Awareness Month.
Vern Troyer awareness always. Because where is he? Right now.
Can we get a tag on him or something?
Can we? God, this garbage can is heavier than I thought it would be stabbed. He was in there the whole time.
You just got burned.
You got burned. This phone booth seems surprisingly crowded. I didn't anticipate stabbed.
Did that teddy bear just move? Stabbed.
My mileage has been really moderately worse than normal. Stab, back seat the whole time. Yeah, you're right. Vern Troyer is very cooler than us.
We're not jibing him because of his size. He is a despicable human being.
He's not a good person.
As anybody who's watched The Surreal Life can attest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to hear Griffin's last question, but first, I want to say that mbmbam.com is a website that you can go to and visit and experience for yourselves. At mbmbam is our Twitter thing. You can follow us. We're almost to 4K, and whoever is the 4,000th will be
the 4,000th.
The 4,000th one,
Mr. 4,000.
Yeah,
like that movie with Bernie Mac. God rest his soul.
Oh, really brought it down.
Yeah.
Hey, Bernie Mac's dead, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Hope you liked our show.
We have a voicemail that we haven't talked about in a while. Griffin, do you remember the number? Do you listen to that?
I do not, but that's only because nobody calls it.
So what's the number?
203 Mabim 1. If you want to just talk like into my ear, like slow, because I'm celebrating National Celibacy Awareness Month, and I could really use the ear company.
Yeah. So get in touch with Griffin, ladies. If you want to give him some of the dirty stuff,
Just like
that's cool too.
Just read recipes, but do it like softly.
Yeah, it's like sexy. What else is going on right now? We got a live show in Cincinnati on Sunday, June 12th.
Our next episode is going to be live, so it may be a day or two late. I'll try to get it up as quick as I can, but
hopefully that won't be an issue. But we'll get it up. We'll get it up for you, lickety split.
If you're going to be at the show, and you would like a question read there, send it in, and make sure to put Cincinnati in the subject line. And start sending those in now. We'll be building the list pretty soon. So if you're going to be at the show, let us know.
And if it's our first full-length live show, and so we're going to need as much shit as we can. So if you are like a regular Yaku contributor, like I'm talking to you, Jacob Locker, and Krista Whalen, and Galia Ali, like my people.
It's time to really step up.
Little SARS. Gots to step up your game and just send it to me. Like, send it to the Mobim Bam account every time you see one. Because I'm really going to need the help.
We love seeing people talking about us on the Twitter using the MBMM hashtag. Galiale, for instance, just said that she's disappointed that I'm on that like a dong gnat, never made it into our lexicon, so maybe we can bring that back for her.
Well, we just did.
Yeah, there you go. Bethany is awake. Joanna 11 has been talking about the show a lot. We really appreciate. Babylonian, he's sort of a new convert, but he's been spreading the word to people. We love that, by the way. If you could just tell a friend to listen, that's the only way we really expand the listener base is through you guys. So just grab a friend, send them a link to our sampler. It's bit.ly/it's Mubimbam.
And before I forget, with the live show, we're going to have some special live show only posters for sale.
Fuck yes.
So they are absolutely beautiful. Make sure to bring some cash with you, because we're not going to have like any of them fancy schmancy debit card machines or whatnot.
And bring some extra cash, because our buddy Felicia Gillespie is going to be there selling her CDs and stuff. Yeah. And what if she's like Soup's Funny and you need a physical
that's not a
reminder of that.
It's when she is Soup's Funny, you will feel compelled to purchase her wares.
One or more of her wares. After the show, we're going to Arnold's Bar and Grill, oldest bar in Cincinnati, and absolute best bar in the world. So check it out.
Gonna get drunk with my dad. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah, it's going to be really low.
And hey, if you're at E3 this week and you see me or Justin, say hi. If you see Travis, holy shit, how did you do that? Because he's not there.
He's not there. He's not. It's not Travis. That's Hideo Kojima.
It's someone doing Travis cosplay.
More than you'd think, actually. There. Oh, we're gonna have new T-shirts super soon. So
big things. Storms are brewing.
Storm of March is a brew.
And they still have some stuff on Level Up.
Yes, search for Level Up Studios, and you'll see some of our I think the red T-shirt is still there, so get up on it.
Also, we want to wish a hearty get well soon to Carl, a Bim Bam fan who is laid out in the hospital right now. But Carl, you get feeling better, and we're all thinking about you, buddy.
Griffin, I'm ready.
Should I pull this comedy ship into dock?
Yes, let's dock it.
This one was sent in by Eric Neer. Thank you, Eric. It's by Yahoo Answers user Tim S., who asks, is it illegal to push a live moose out of an airplane in Alaska?
What? My name is Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This is my brother may kiss your dad square on the lips.
Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Hey, keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart. Man, these girls are smart, 3 stacks. These girls are smart.
I want you to keep that big grain of salt and be ready to take it. As you enjoy Justin, Travis, and Griffin, ladies and gentlemen, McElroy Brothers!
Every glottal stop? Is that a sound that people make with their mouths?
A glottal stop?
Every sniffle, snort, sneeze. Oh, guys. Buckle in.
Yeah.
Your ears are about to go on a roller coaster.
It's gonna get normal.
So that's the first thing. Also, they look kind of like, I feel like I'm in a boy band. I don't know if you guys can see that. I just have the cord, like, I'm either like a Kings Island performer or like a founding member of S Club 7.
Yeah.
We also have Justin's sister-in-law is in the audience, who is how old, Riley?
She's 10.
10. Far too young to hear some of the words we're going to say on the stage. So,
Hi, Riley.
yeah, hi, Riley.
Hey, Riley.
They've requested, the Smurl family has requested that instead of using earmuffs, this is the only time we say it, like dick or, no, that one's fine, or like a vagina, we have to use the term front butt. So, as much as we can, we're going to interchange the two. So, just a little pre-show anatomy, terminology. Fuck, it's so hot on this stage, you guys.
It's really... Now it is.
My front butt is sweating.
Oh,
so
man.
bad.
Both of my butts are unpleasantly damp. I have to get out of here.
Yeah. So let's get to the advice. What do you think? Yeah? Okay.
Yes.
Let's get it wet. Let's stump this melon. I've given up on clothing. Instead